virus is out. I repeat, the virus is out. Throw the first switch.
Sentence served.
Get ready. Get set.
Permission to freak out.
Go.
We're the talk of the industry.
Anthony.
That's the way it's always been. The outcast of radio. Bastards. No one truly wants our radio show. No one has balls anymore.
Your balls are showing.
Big, beefy, hanging, swinging nuts.
Throw the second switch.
Wow, this is even better than I imagined.
Love you, Opie. Love you, Anthony.
Boy, we're gonna have great fun.
Love you, Ben. Love you, Steve.
I hope you brought a big bag of smiles.
O-N-A. O-N-A.
You two are going to hell.
Shut up. Kill yourself.
Throw the third switch.
Opie and Anthony. The virus is spreading.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
You folks fell on your face. You get an F- in my book.
Mama.
I bring nothing to the table.
I'm just gonna get something to eat. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Jesus Christ, man, what the hell is wrong with you? Please, just shut up!
Oh, motherfucker!
Hey, welcome to the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio.
That's like the guy is coming driveway pebbles. Like that would be the sound you'd make if when you orgasm, driveway pebbles came out.
Kidney stones.
There's no reason to make that much noise.
Coming
None.
and popping kidney stones at the same time.
Yeah.
Coming just doesn't feel that good. It's nice for like 30 seconds and I'm finished. There's no need for groaning and all that.
Like pop rocks are shooting out of his
All right, let me. I just would like to do that as it is in my life. If you could hit that play.
That's too long. This is a crazy morning.
Yes.
First of all, we need sunglasses.
Yeah, a little bright, but that's how they do things.
I guess in the end, worth it. Hopefully.
I hope so.
That's how they do things on TV. A lot of light. They got to throw a lot of light on everything. It's not like radio where you come in and hit the dimmer, the lowest possible setting,
Yeah.
and do a show. TV, for some reason, everything has to be real lit up.
We're on a stage this morning, and we're overheating already. It's like so
Getting
fucking hot in here.
Everyone's got a light on them.
Yeah.
It's just TV.
I guess
it's 2020.
I got to explain. Jim Norton is back.
Mm-hmm.
Back from Hollywood. And there goes the cameraman. He's got it up and running. He's got to get shots of Jimmy Norton. And Jimmy's doing a feature for 2020 today, right?
Well, it's just something on, I think, cursing that I'm a part of.
Something on cursing, and they picked you?
Yeah, very,
Wow.
an odd decision.
How do you
Yeah.
get that gig?
I just got a phone call. My manager's like, do you want to do something for 2020 on profanity and cursing? I'm like, yeah, of course.
What's like the basic outline of the whole cursing thing? Like, why pick cursing as a subject?
I don't know, I think they did a weird test, and they were just calling people randomly, and I, as you know, will answer the phone and go, cunt. And they said, that's our guy.
I must see him.
I don't know. What's it on? It's on Rudeness? The special's on Rudeness, right?
Rudeness.
It's a John Stossel thing. I want to go meet him.
Is it necessarily rude if you curse?
No, I guess that's...
I think in proper company, if you're playing poker with your friends or something, I think cursing is quite natural.
I agree.
You go, shit.
All right, they got
That
their
hand
story. They can
sucked.
get out of here. See?
Yeah.
You answered the question.
I think it's
Cursing's not rude. Goodbye.
But
It's all in context. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I know there
Nice
are
to meet you.
plenty of circumstances where you would be maybe meeting a girlfriend's family for the first time and really have to concentrate on keeping your language in check because. Hey, your daughter's fucking adorable. It doesn't quite wash with the dad.
How are you, sir? Her asshole tastes like cotton candy. Oh,
And he says true, and you both laugh.
You laugh and you laugh and you
Yeah,
laugh.
I think it's not necessarily rude.
Right. Are you hitting the streets too?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the whole thing's about. I have no idea. I mean, I have to talk to people and ask
Are you
them
going to be the
questions.
test subject?
I guess so. Yeah, like just asking them questions and maybe cursing a little.
That's it. Why the fat suit? Oh, you're not. Teasing, of course. You lost so much weight. That's what the latest rage has been in these
fat
news
suits?
programs and some of the talk shows that they're doing. They put women in fat suits, drive them around in awful fat suits, drive them around, drop them off, and see how rude people are to them because they laugh behind their back. Meanwhile, it's so obvious they're laughing at the bad fat suit,
Right.
and not that the person is
But
overweight.
they don't acknowledge this during the pieces.
No, how many overweight people walk past you on a daily basis? You don't give it a second thought. It's just another person on the Manhattan streets. But I would turn and look and go, look at that, but what the fuck is the rubber? The thing is hanging from your chin. And for some reason, that's newsworthy.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. I like the cursing angle. That's
Yeah.
good, because no one's done that. I don't know how they're going to do it on regular television. It's easy here on satellite. Jimmy said fuck.
Yeah.
That's it's easy. It's the new medium. For some reason, when you beam it into outer space and bring it back, it's a filter that all of a sudden nobody cares that you're cursing.
Well, cursing is only part of it, right? I mean, I think that's just one of the segments for the whole story.
Yeah. The rest is just being kind of rude.
The hours on rudeness, and we have one segment of the story on cursing.
Oh, okay. So the hours on rudeness, one segment
And
is
you're
on
the
cursing
part.
as
Yeah.
being rude.
Gotcha.
I guess other things that are rude are like parents that take their kids into restaurants and let them run around screaming around your fucking table when you're trying to eat. That's pretty rude. How about parents with kids anywhere? On a plane, sitting behind you. The kid's crying. He wants a candy bar. And the parent decides at that moment it's time to parent and not give the kid a candy bar. Give the kid heroin if he asks for it on an airplane and he's behind you. Because I'm trying to sleep. I understand it's first class and they paid a high ticket price for their child also. But I'm a fancy man. I don't want to sit and listen to a kid crying. That's rude. That's rude. You didn't cover your fucking mouth.
Yeah. And you just cursed. That's two.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm trying to get camera time. What are you, stupid?
There's a lot of rudeness going on in this studio
what are the
right
things
now.
I even hid. Look how smart I am. I even hid my club soda bottles, knowing that Canada Dry might not be a sponsor. So I didn't want to have to blur anything out. There's a Dr. Pepper. Opie's not getting on camera.
That's in E-Rock's area.
Yeah, you might get a residual one.
We're not going to be on camera at all.
I
guess you
know.
focus on
I
Jimmy
know.
Norton.
It's all about Jimmy.
I want everybody
isn't it?
on camera.
It's all about Hollywood Jimmy now, isn't it?
Oh,
No, babe, it's not about that at all.
Babe.
Oh, they'll make it look good, and they'll get shots of Anthony and myself. But when this piece rolls, it's going to be all Jim Norton B-roll.
No, here's what's probably going to happen is, you know why I'm turning into an Opie and Anthony thing, and they're just going to pan past me and talk to you guys.
Dare to dream.
No, it's going to be all about Jim Norton, and they're going to call it Jim Norton's radio show. Even you watch.
No, Norton and Friends.
That's the name of the show. You're being rude. Part of the segment.
We've been around long enough to know that they will film for 4 hours, and they'll have maybe 20 seconds of Jim Norton on mic.
Hey, guys, did you get the VU meters? That's always the staple. Anytime a camera goes into a studio, get the meters, get them working the board or something, and the clock.
And the
on-air light.
The on-the-air light.
The standard radio B-roll.
Let's go to Tuna Can Charlie. Tuna Can Charlie, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, I finally get up the nerve to go see King Kong, get the babysitter, get my wife out, having a good time in the theater. Just at the point where the monkey's on top of the building, the hot blonde is up there, he's taking wounds in the back, starts sliding off the building. All we hear is, wah, wah. Somebody brought a 3-year-old to see King Kong.
No, they didn't bring a 3-year-old to see King Kong. They brought a 3-year-old because they couldn't afford or find or care to get a babysitter. And that's why young children are in the movie theater. They think it's their own living room, and they can sit there with a whining brat, and everybody should not care because they don't care. Because that's the love of their life, the sparkle of their eye, their joy. And to me, it is a pain in the ass. You want to turn around and scream at them, but then you end up getting stomped like a police officer in White Castle. You can't open your mouth anymore. When people are rude, you got to shut up and take it because you don't know if you're going to get stabbed or shot telling people to shut up anymore.
If you can't shoot them immediately, you can't say anything. That's basically what it is with rudeness. You have to just shut your mouth.
Are you saying people should just carry guns all the time and shoot anyone that's rude?
It doesn't even matter. This guy, the cop had a gun, didn't he?
Yeah, he
This
did.
off-duty cop had a
Off-duty
gun.
cop
He still
had
got
White
beat up by
Castle
5
over the
guys.
weekend, right.
Should have pulled it immediately and started shooting them.
Pull a Bernie Getz on him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I sensed something was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading that story. I don't understand I don't understand that mob mentality. From the video surveillance, it looked like the guy got hit immediately before he said or was able to throw another punch, and 5 guys are on top of him kicking him. What happened to his? Hey, Bobby's doing an all right job beating the shit out of him. Let's leave it alone. The 5 guys got to pile on and just stomp with boots on the guy. I don't get it. He should have pulled his gun out. It would have been a joy to see an officer pull his gun out and shoot a few of these guys and send the others running and end it that way. The happy movie ending.
And then it ends with friendly fire. Another cop shoots the off-duty cop that was in this scuffle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sick story here in New York today.
Thanks, Hawk.
Hawk handing out the story that we're already through with. Thank you, Hawk. Good job.
Good job
let
with
me
the dittos
see.
today.
I covered that. Wait a minute. The wife said we're holding up okay. Thanks, Hawk. Needed that part of the...
All right, move on.
And wait,
Hawk is sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
He just gave me a note. 2020 in studio. Thanks.
Watch your mouth.
Might want to mention that today. Let's go to Tom in New Jersey. Tom, what's up?
Hawk, could you hide the Hellman's mayonnaise jar there? They might have to blur that out.
Tom, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Owen?
Hey.
Hi.
Just want to tell you guys, I bought a Sirius radio and an XM radio, and I chose you guys over Stern. I mean, the guy is just such an asshole. I can't stand listening to him anymore.
Well,
Thank
there's
you, sir.
one
Thanks.
more for
Thank
our
you.
side, Opie.
You guys got another one on your side. I listened to you way back when you guys were in New York. You were terrific. I was sorry to see you go. So I called Sirius, and I said I'd like to cancel my subscription. And they asked me why, and I said, hold on a minute, I'll tell you. And I took a sledgehammer to my Sirius radio, and I said, do you know what that was? And they I took a fucking sledgehammer to my Sirius radio. That's what I think of you.
Thank you, Tom. We appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. We got to warn the listeners, though, and we did this Friday, that the second the Opie and Anthony show sign a $500 million contract,
it's over, John.
We will give up doing radio. We will come and phone it in for the paycheck.
Because that's when you lose your passion.
We do understand
We
what
call
he
it passion,
did.
but it's not passion. We want to get to the next contract.
It's called food and a big roof.
It's greed.
It's greed.
Complete
Greed is good.
that drives us to do this on a daily basis.
It's called I like being blown. I'd like to be blown for a few more years.
It's a clever ruse that we say we have passion for this still. But no, it's greed, and we want to get to the next contract. So we, too, could sit back and do nothing. Thanks, Tom.
You look at the caliber of girl you got when I was knocking tin, and the caliber that is attracted to me when I come here to work on the radio. I don't want to go back to knocking tin.
All right. We have a little song in honor of that last phone call.
Oh, no.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's
my vagina.
When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's
my vagina.
Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing.
My kids are gone.
Hearts are played,
T-I-T, T-I-T,
T like a guitarandella. When the stars make you drool, just like a pastifazool, that's
my vagina.
Of course it is. Thank you, Emily.
When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love.
And it goes on and on and on. A little taste there, but the Emily Stern remixes continue to come in, Anthony.
My goodness.
For every 10 we listen to, there's one worth playing on the radio.
That was like that duet thing with Nat King Cole and his daughter.
And Natalie?
Yeah, Natalie. They took Dino and Emily Stern and mixed it together, and it was quite a fine little tune.
Nat had that slick back hair, style of the Negro of the early 10s.
The early 10s. Jesus. The early 10s.
A lot of lie in that hair to straighten it out.
Here's another quickie.
Ring, 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 ring. Vagina. Phone. Ring, 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 ring. Vagina. Phone. I've got this feeling so appealing for us to get together and sing. Breasts. Ring, 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 ring,
That
ring,
one coming?
Vagina. Phone. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. Vagina. Phone.
Enough of that.
Very good. Yeah, we got like 50 of these in, and 2 were good enough to play.
That's Anthony Big.
Thank you, audience.
Actually, we could probably play one more here, and then we'll move on to other things.
Oh, Smile, you're on camera. Could change every time the camera's aimed at you. Like, yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
All right, here's one more.
All right, let's get to the porno awards.
Howard, this is best anal newcomer.
My breasts, my vagina, my ass are all godly.
Well, she's a triple threat.
God, and my tits inside God. My tits are godly. My tits are God.
She had her first lesbian experience.
Yes.
15.
Everybody will immediately notice my tits. Letters, T-I-T.
Parents divorced. You know the story, Robin.
It's an old story.
Spiritual, sexual, volcano, sexual, spiritual, like
This is really great theater.
I'm so happy I'm in college. I learned so much.
I just knew that within a blink of an eye, I was in a 10-person anal gang bang. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
That one's a little brutal. And not as good as the other two. Went one too many. One too many there with the Howard Stern, Emily Stern remixes. All right. Moving on. A lot of people want to say hi to Jimmy. He's back in the fold here.
Yeah.
Justin in Texas, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, does it ever bother y'all how Jimmy just kind of comes and goes as he pleases, like some sort of Hollywood fancy man?
Sir, it's not like a Hollywood fancy man. It's because I am one. That's why I come and go. No, they.
Okay.
I don't come and go as I please. It's all scheduled.
No, it is as you please.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it is scheduled. I'll be here actually for 2 hours today. I have some stuff.
Okay,
Only 2 hours.
Just personal stuff at home to catch
I'm
up.
glad to have you back, Jimmy. I'm glad to have you back.
Got to unpack his bags.
Yes.
No, I think we have Jimmy.
I have my valet doing that, Ope.
I think we have Jimmy for a while now. Maybe
How long?
3-4 months?
No way.
I'm well, probably even more than that.
That long?
Yeah.
What
8,
about
9 years?
What about our new friends?
Yeah, what about
Patrice
our new
O'Neill
friends?
and Billy Burr?
I'm sure that they bring little fun things from Boston. I bring the news. They bring what they want. Self-centered asses they are. I bring the news for you.
All right, good point, Jimmy.
Good point, sir. Good point.
We can't
Bringing
argue.
2020.
We can't argue that. First day back, he's got 2020 here. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Poe in West Virginia. Poe, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man.
Hi, Poe.
Hey, I got to tell you, that Stern remix that's some of the greatest shit I've ever heard.
Well, except for the last one. The last one.
Well, yeah, but you got to say, bless Stern and his wonderful genes to give us such a comic relief there, you know?
I just wish she had done the play for a little longer so we would have had more clips.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, when you got a schmutt like fucking Stern, you know, God bless him, though.
All right.
His radio sucks, but at least his genes give us some good laughs.
All right. Thank you, Poe.
Hey, love you guys.
Hey, love you too. Let's go to Scott in Pennsylvania. Scott, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All right, Scott.
We just want to wish Jimmy, I'm glad he's back.
Thank you, sir. It's good to be back.
Patrice was fantastic on the show, but Jimmy, you are the man, and Howard sucks.
Way to sum it all up.
Well,
There you go.
Patrice was funny.
By the
Jim,
way-
glad you're back, and we don't like Howard.
Patrice brings
That's right.
great
he was
element to
doing
the table.
Story
Yeah,
on,
he's
So
fun.
does
Stern
Billy.
John on one of the TV shows coming up soon. I'm not sure what channel it's on, but they're doing a promo on Stern John of how he changed from Howard over to the Leno show and all that stuff. So
Could you slow down a little?
Yeah, you're really bringing too much excitement
I know, man.
to the table here.
Help us out.
Sorry about
We're in
that.
an uncomfortable spot as is, with all these bright lights in our eyes and a camera crew and
Okay.
getting
I'll
to know
do that.
Jimmy again. And then we go to the phones, and you're like a sloth.
Okay.
All right.
Will the Starbucks be pixelated out of the shot for Jimmy?
Southern John.
I'm just looking out for
He's
you.
shy. Frank is shy.
By the way, when the poor guy has to work back there and pixel. Yeah, the caller's still
By
talking.
the
We
way-
have no. we
Dude,
have
we
not a
gave-
care what he said.
Scott, we gave up on you a while ago.
No, go ahead, Scott. Start over, man. I apologize.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Welcome back, Jimmy.
Thank you.
All right.
By the way, can I request something?
Yeah.
And I'm doing this as a welcome back gift for you guys. I would like to request no more happy birthday wishes. None.
That's it.
No
Bit
more,
over.
please. Yeah, it's over.
Where Jimmy, it would be his birthday
Yeah.
every day, and it was funny for like the first week.
You just started the bit up again. I'm not dumb.
No, I didn't actually. I know the
Holy
calls are going to come in,
shit.
but I was not serious calls only. I would like that bit to stop. for
Did you?
real.
You did see through that, didn't you? Please tell
Nobody
me you
had.
did.
No one had wished him a happy birthday.
But I know
That's
they
why
will.
he's bummed out.
No, that's why
he
I
wants
wanted
to restart the bit.
No, I want the bit over, and I did that before they did it, so it wouldn't seem like I'm just. Oh yeah, by the way, could you? Before no more.
Damn it!
He seems sincere.
My birthday is in July. July 19th is my
Do
birthday.
you really want the bit, Dan?
Yes, I do. Yes.
He does seem
Swear
sincere.
to God. If I'm lying, Hawk will blow me.
Oh well.
So you're lying.
No, I actually don't want them to stop the bit, please.
Obviously, you're lying then.
Just hello. I get them in the emails now and the fucking MySpaces.
All right, let's go to
Happy
Rob in
birthday.
Florida.
Right, I get it.
Rob?
Yeah, who's this Norton guy filling in for Patrice? He's kind of dry. Is Patrice going to be back soon?
No,
And
sir.
when you see Patrice, wish him a happy birthday for me. Love you, Jimmy.
Thank you, man. I knew he was lying when he said Norton is dry, like I'm
Yeah.
fucking Stephen Wright.
Yeah, let's go to Rob in Oregon. Rob?
Hey, welcome back, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Hey, I was just wondering if you're willing to take a mousetrap like Bill Burr.
Did Bill Burr take a mousetrap?
We started,
Yeah, Bill Burr did.
Bill Burr started a nice bit. By the way, I got some really good bruises on this right hand.
He started a bit. If a joke bombs, usually we just take it. But if a joke bombs, you had to stick your hand in a mousetrap.
It was.
We all had mousetraps.
It was
in
very
front of us.
uncomfortable for a day.
It's sort of like that putting a rubber band around your wrist, and every time you take a puff of a cigarette, you snap it.
Right.
And it's supposed to keep you from smoking. This way, we would only have quality jokes on the air because every time you bomb, you're getting a mousetrap.
Right.
Would psychologically get you to do a performance.
Well, then the
better.
mousetrap took on a life of its own. You heard about what Stalker
yeah, Patty, of
did.
course.
Where's that video, by the way? Why can't we download that video?
Stalker Patty completely naked, not a stitch of clothing on her 50-year-old virginal body, walking on all fours on the floor, looking for two $1,000 checks that the listeners had come up with to pay her rent. But the checks were surrounded by mousetraps. So she's naked, trying to grab these checks, and mousetraps are snapping on her hands and feet, and it was hysterical. And the poor woman can't just get a charity check from us. She's got to have mousetraps snapped on her finger.
That's a great idea, by the way, the mousetrap.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Thank you, Jimmy. Steve.
Yes?
Why can't I couldn't find that freaking video all weekend?
Because it's on FoundryMusic.com.
Yes. It's
No, your mic's not
Your
on.
mic, it works like your website. It doesn't. It is the hardest website to navigate. I heard 3 schooners ran aground trying to navigate your awful website. Okay, where's the mousetrap?
Wow.
I'll
Yeah.
snap it.
Yeah, please.
I now see the beauty of that.
Could you please take a friggin' mousetrap for giving me that
Asshole.
No,
line
where
of
was
shit?
the video?
It's
Because
been there the whole time. I actually linked it up, but I was too busy doing the
I got
the American
complaints.
Met stuff.
I got complaints because people couldn't find this video.
I linked it up like the day it came up there, but then I did like 3 other updates since then. I can put it back up.
Could you move that up to the top of the list
Yeah,
again? Because a lot of
of
people
course.
haven't seen
That
Stalker
is
Patty
awful.
crawling around the floor
It's
getting
there.
hit by mousetraps. Look at her. Look at that.
She got that E.T. body, completely naked. She's curled up in the fetal position, trying to expose as little of that awful body as possible. I'm surprised a tit didn't get caught in a mousetrap dragging on the floor.
So the video will be back up top, so people can find it very easily on FoundryMusic.com and OpieandAnthony.com.
And OpieandAnthony.com,
All
as
right.
well as the American Mess videos are up.
So then we had this happen, Jimmy, right? And we didn't think we could top ourselves. Then a guy decided he wanted to come in and take a mousetrap to his scrotum.
Yeah, I kept up on the message boards.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm bringing it up because that video has been downloaded over 30,000 times in less than 4 days.
Guy came in pretty much right where you're sitting, took his ball bag out, and exactly where you're sitting, as a matter of fact, and stretched the scrotal skin and triggered the mousetrap, so it snapped right on his scrot.
Did he yell?
Oh, he yelped.
Oh, yeah.
It was a yelp.
Have you seen the video yet?
No, that's one I won't be seeing.
Oh, you don't want to see it?
Of course I do.
Yeah, well, turn it around.
Of course you want to see it.
So here's the video that's being downloaded like crazy. It's on OpieAnthony.com right now.
We'd love to get sound for you, too, but it's not hooked up in this
And then I think what's going to happen, we're not done with the mousetraps. There's two guys. If they show up, they're going to come in Thursday, Jimmy, and have a mousetrap ball bag face-off.
Here, stretched out and...
That never gets old. Look at the guy's face.
That's wonderful.
If you haven't seen the video yet, it's on OpieAnthony.com.
There it is. He got his pants down and it's just hanging off his bag.
Yeah. Well, then I think it was Patrice. Who made the observation? He had to pull it off his ball bag. He couldn't release it. Was it Patrice? You'll if it's long. Yeah, there you go. You see him pull it right off instead of undoing the mousetrap. Let's go to Nate in Brooklyn. Nate, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I saw the Patty video this weekend.
Yeah.
She looks like Gollum crawling through the caves.
Yeah, some other people suggested it was like the end of The Ring.
Just nasty.
Where that nasty well girl came crawling out of the television set.
Yeah.
Said Patty looked like that also. It was an awful sight to behold.
All right, let's go to Dave in Jersey. Dave, what's up?
What's up, Bubba Boy?
Hey, Dave.
Welcome back, Jimmy.
Thanks, man.
Hey, saw Billy Burr Saturday night. He was fucking awesome.
Where'd you see him?
Awesome. Stress Factory.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for supporting Bill Burr and Patrice O'Neal over the weekend. I heard both those guys did really, really well.
How was the crowd?
Patrice?
He was down in Philly.
Oh, okay.
Hey, they had some fucking Norton wannabe opener there, Joe DeRizzo or something.
A Norton wannabe?
Yeah.
Who isn't? Who isn't a Norton wannabe?
Totally Norton humor. Hey.
Joe DeRosa?
You think so?
Joe DeRizzo.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Yeah, Joe DeRosa, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but, hey, you guys are the best. I'm so happy you guys are back. Long-time listener to WNEW, and punch in out, boys. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we got lots of radio to do today. 2020 is in the house. Jim Norton is back from Hollywood.
Oh, was I getting sick of L.A.?
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I really was.
No, you weren't. You're an L.A. phony now.
No.
You're a star. You're going to be on a hugely successful HBO comedy series.
Boy, did I get called out by someone for being a Hollywood phony. It was so funny. This guy in the, I was at the Improv on Melrose, and I was saying hi to a friend of mine, Jerry, and his friend was there.
Oh, by the way, it was Jerry Seinfeld. That's how phony he's got. A friend of mine, Jerry.
No, this was, no, believe me, I would have said Seinfeld. I would have tried to say it casually.
All right.
I would have said, did I tell you I almost spit in David Spade's face?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't hear that one.
I called in with so this guy
called in with that.
I wasn't listening.
Oh.
Other things go on. I don't listen
pal
to
talk,
Jimmy's...
tits.
Yeah, I'm looking at tits on video camera. I don't have time to listen to Jimmy
laughs on
dribble.
cue like he's looking at tits and he hears Ope say something. He goes, yeah.
That's
Come on,
wonderful.
Norton's a card.
Who's on the
Get back
phone?
soon. So I'm talking to this guy, Jerry, and he introduced me to his friend. He goes, yeah, this is so-and-so. And I go, oh, hey, man, good to see you. And I start talking. He goes, don't give me that phony Hollywood shit. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm like, Jesus, you're right. You just caught me being completely phony. It's not good to see you, so I apologize.
Thank God you occasionally come back here and ground yourself again, because you know what happens to people out there. Exactly that. Glad
worse
to
and
see
worse,
you.
right?
Good to see you. It was so dismissive.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And then just turn around and not acknowledge him anymore.
I forgot I would have forgotten he existed
Of
if he didn't
course.
call me out and say, don't give me that phony Hollywood shit.
So now what happens? The show is filmed. Lucky Louie's done.
Yes.
How many episodes? 12?
Plus pilots, so 13 total.
13 episodes of Lucky Louie.
Apparently, supposedly it's after Entourage again. We don't know. I mean, that's what I've heard. In June, we
My
start.
favorite HBO show, by the way, Entourage.
Yeah, hopefully we won't blow it after a great lead-in like that.
Right.
And then we see what they want to do.
So now they're just throwing the shows together. And I heard your part got bigger and bigger as the filming went on.
They expanded it a bit, which was great. I mean, I got to say more and more stuff, which was kind of nice. That's why I didn't call in the last couple weeks. I'm getting up earlier because I have, scene the beginning, scene the middle, and then the scene towards the end.
That's pretty exciting.
And I will say at one point in the series, I got one of these in. oh, a really good long one. Yeah. I was so happy I got that in.
From the midget wedding proposal.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
when does it air?
Again, when June sometime. I don't know when exactly.
You know HBO. They have no clue when things air.
HBO's so weird.
Yeah. They don't
By
have
the
to worry
time
about
it airs,
ratings.
you can be like, oh yeah, I did that thing.
I saw a gag reel at the rap party they showed, like just a bunch of us forgetting a bunch of
Gag reel at the rap party.
forgetting my lines, and what a fat pig I look like on film. I really am unattractive. Thank God I'm in comedy. I'm an unattractive
Does
guy.
the camera add 10 pounds?
Dude, it removes all shape too. I look like a tall mealworm on camera. I was really embarrassed about how I look on camera.
But you've lost weight, because I was just telling Jimmy in the office that
you've lost a
last
lot of
night.
weight.
Last night I'm going around the channels and we pop up on your comedy special that you taped for HBO. And I don't even remember when you did that. A year ago?
April. Like can you believe that's almost a year ago, man?
That was
April.
April?
Yeah.
April, a year ago. And me and my girlfriend were like, wow, Jimmy's lost a lot of weight. And it's a good thing that you lost the weight, or else the comment would have been, what a fat fuck this guy is.
I was borderline, like fat jokes working on me.
Yeah.
Like when Bob Kelly's so depressed because he'll walk in and do a fat joke and everybody just like laughs like, yeah, he's a fat fuck. And it's like really upsetting for him that now fat jokes can be applied to him. And I was really close to that. So.
Yeah, you couldn't really tell from the head-on view, but when you turned sideways, you had a gut on you.
Yeah.
That was poking out from your T-shirt and button, the second shirt.
He had fat clothes on, so how could he...
But it was coming through the fat clothes. That's what I was
that's
saying.
bad news,
it was
man.
kind of coming through and showing even through the fat clothes.
Yeah, I would actually I put weight back on, like probably like an extra 10 pounds, which I want to
For the role?
No, because I have a sore foot and I'm lazy. I haven't exercised since Vegas.
Yeah, he's just like Robert De Niro for the role.
For the role, I put on the weight.
I felt the character called for a complete...
Yeah.
No, he put that on because of childhood.
Porch food.
Right.
I was actually just smacking my fat stomach. I was in the trailer in the mirror, and I walked in and I was changing my shirt, and I just started smacking my stomach. And I said, I got to lose weight again. Yeah, I got to lose another 10, 15 pounds.
All right. Where's E-Rock? I want to play something for you. You might have heard the kid imitating you.
No.
You haven't heard this yet?
I haven't heard anything.
We've played this once, and we kind of saved it to play it again until you got back into town.
You know who's dedicated to doing a role, and I don't understand how people can do this? Christian Bale.
Yep.
He went from The Machinist to the Batman movie, where he's all like ripped and everything, and he was concentration camp in The Machinist. Now that's the type of dedication, Jimmy, that I want to see from you as a Hollywood insider now.
My dedication is this. I roll in for a 10 o'clock read. It's 3 minutes to 10, and I make it every day. That's my dedication. I show up. I fucking blow a lot of lines. And, believe me, I thought I was going to get fired all season. All season.
Are you bad with your lines?
No, but I have no self-esteem.
I hear they love you.
Well, it's just scary, though. You think
I'm
you're going to
hearing
get
they
canned.
love Jim Norton.
Is it that you remember your lines? You just don't say them with the gusto they should be said? No confidence.
The fucking dude Mike that I'm doing most of my scenes with is like a Second City guy, like a fucking seasoned funny bastard. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a fraud. They're gonna find out. They're gonna fucking dump me. Act. It's really frightening.
The funny thing is, the show's going to hit, and he's going to be a huge star, and no one's going to notice any of that crap.
And then we lose him.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. The fact that, by the way, that guy in Long Island didn't mention me once in the article is very hurt.
Who continues?
The Long Island Press
I was
article?
very hurt, yes.
Who continues? Like, if somebody like Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise was doing a radio show before they hit, and then they hit, do you honestly think they would be sitting behind a mic doing the radio show, trying to get their movies to fit their movies in during their radio schedule?
Excellent example. Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise or myself. Very accurate comparison.
Because they started as shock jocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Idiots.
Believe me, those guys lead the way. They don't follow like I do. Fucking Kenny
They were
Coattail
Hollywood
Rider.
heartthrobs at 18 years old. these idiots.
Regardless of the looks, I'm talking about the success factor there. There's a success factor.
They're doing movies, dude. I'm doing a role that's written kind of. Now they write in my voice, so it's like easier for me to do it. But I'm very limited. I can do what I can do, and that's great. But I'm not going to go out and do movies. I auditioned for a Will Ferrell movie. I stunk. I was
a Will
terrible.
Ferrell movie?
The audition. Awful. I was awful. I'm not a good auditioner.
Rachel, you've come back.
It was so.
Did you definitely blow it, you think? Or?
I blew it.
No doubt in your mind. They're not going to call you back?
Dude, they're not even going to remember that I was there, and the guy liked my stuff. It was like I was sitting on the chair, and third line in, I'm like, you're not getting this. Third line in.
So you lost all confidence.
Yeah. So, where are you going? Listen, thank you for seeing me. I appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
It was the day of the transit strike. I went down there, and I just stunk.
All right.
I was terrible.
Well, we got to play this for Jimmy. I can't believe you haven't heard this yet. We got to play the original so people get it. But basically, a kid, I think he's 10, Jillian versus San Jose Caller. Remember the San Jose Caller?
Was that from NEW here?
No, here.
Okay.
When you ripped into the guy?
I
The
don't
famous lines came from this phone call.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this guy took his, I don't know how he knows this kid, a 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old does your lines.
Beautiful.
But we want to do the original first just so people understand what's going on here. So this is Jim Norton just going at a angry caller. Listen to this.
What I'm saying is, person who I hope dies of cancer the day before a relative gets married, what type of a sket would you like to hear? And you're not being specific. You're being passive-aggressive like every other faggot from that state that you live in. So will you please be specific?
Out of your mouth and talk right.
Be specific.
Out of your mouth.
Oh, he got you there.
Oh, I got a cock in my mouth. Well, it's your father. Since your mother won't suck it, I decided to lean over and toot on it a little bit.
What's up with the wrist, huh?
What's that?
Here in San Francisco, sucking cock, you fat.
Ooh, there we go. That's the type of skit you like, isn't it? Dirty two men talking about sucking cocks. Now we got what you like. Two men going back and forth. So tell us what you want, Kenny.
Why do we just have these truck drivers calling in, you know, which I agree, they're fine, they're great callers, but we all ain't all from the South.
Oh, I know. You want to you want a sketch with a funny Southern voice. That's probably the type of comedy you like. The type of thing where the funny voice is happening, or maybe the gay character comes in, "Hi, boys," and you're like, "Oh, that's good. The guy sounds gay."
I'm having a real hard time understanding you.
No, you're not, stupid.
Bad speech impairment, don't you?
What's an impairment, you fucking idiot? I speak perfectly clearly. And you understand everything I'm saying. I've asked you for a show that you listen to. Let me finish, fucker. I've asked you for something that you like, and you haven't been able to provide it. Name me one show you listen to. Name me one show.
That's what I'm listening to. I've been an XM subscriber for over a year.
I don't give a shit. Cancel the service, faggot. Tell me something you listen to. You're not gonna blackmail me. I'm an XM subscriber. I don't get a piece of the action, motherfucker. What do I care? Oh, shit. Don't lose a customer. I don't care if you throw your XM down the toilet, buy a Sirius, and then fuck your mother. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want to hear. You're not answering the question.
How about something funny?
What show do you think is funny?
You got something funny.
What show?
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not going to wait a minute, you cocksucker. What? Tell me to wait a minute. You faggoty West Coast caller.
How much you fucking get paid to do?
Yes, I get paid a lot to do this. That's the beauty of it.
I don't know, and you're fucking ripping them off all the way to the bank.
Oh, I'm laughing all the way to the bank, am I? You cliche-slinging bucket of jism. I hope you killed a drunk driving accident on New Year's Eve. We want to hear some sketches with Southern voices. Get behind the wheel after drinking a few and plow into a pregnant lady. How's that for a sketch? West Coast jerk-off? Wah, 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 wah.
And there you have it.
What a despicable human being you are.
I know. Him. He's one of calling in, popping shit. I'm trying to have fun on the radio, and he's calling in and fucking wrecking the vibe.
2020's packing up now. They've
offended them.
So that's the original, obviously. So then,
what could possibly make that funnier?
So this 10-year-old kid plays your role in the same phone call. Listen to this.
I'll tell you what could be funnier is if I actually said that to a 10-year-old.
So you have the reference point redone with a 10-year-old doing Jim Norton's lines.
What I'm saying is, person who I hope dies of cancer the day before a relative gets married, what type of a sket would you like to hear? And you're not being specific. You're being passive-aggressive like every other faggot from that state you live in. So will you please be specific?
Shut your mouth and talk right.
Be specific.
Out of your mouth.
Oh, he got you there.
Oh, I got a cock in my mouth. Well, it's your father, since your mother won't suck it. I decided to lean over and toot on it a little bit. What's that?
Here in San Francisco, sucking cock, you fat.
Oh, there we go. That's the type of skit you like, isn't it? Dirty two men talking about sucking cock. Now we got what you like. Two men going back and forth. So tell us what you want, Kenny.
Why do we just have these truck drivers calling in, you know, which I agree, they're fine, they're great callers, but we all ain't all from the gonna fail.
Oh, I know you. You want a sketch with a funny Southern voice. That's probably the type of comedy you like. The type of thing where the funny voice is happening, or maybe the gay character comes in, "Hi, boys," and you're like, the guy sounds gay.
I'm having a real hard time understanding you.
No, you're not, stupid.
Bad speech impairment, don't you?
What's an impairment, you fucking idiot? I speak perfectly clearly, and you understand everything I'm saying. Let me finish, fucker. I've asked you for something that you like, and you haven't been able to provide it. Name me one show you listen to. Name me one show.
What I'm listening to. I've been an XM subscriber for over a year.
I don't give a shit. Cancel the service, faggot. Tell me something you listen to. You're not gonna blackmail me. I'm an XM subscriber. I don't get a piece of the action, motherfucker. What do I care? Oh, shit. Don't lose a customer. I don't care if you throw your XM down the toilet, buy a Sirius, and then fuck your mother. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want to hear. You're not answering the question.
I want something funny.
What show do you think is funny?
I want something funny.
What show?
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not gonna wait a minute, you cocksucker. Don't tell me to wait a minute. Faggoty West Coast caller.
Is that what you fucking get paid to do?
Yes, I get paid a lot to do this. That's the beauty of it.
I don't know, and you're fucking ripping them off all the way to the bank?
Oh, I'm laughing all the way to the bank, am I? You cliche slinging bucket of jism. I hope you're killed in a drunk driving accident on New Year's Eve. We want to hear some sketches with Southern voices. Get behind the wheel after drinking a few and plow into a pregnant lady. How's that for a sketch, West Coast jerk-off? Wah, 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 wah.
And there you have it.
Wow.
Hey, you did a great job
Something
with it.
funny about a kid cursing.
And if I would have known that was going to happen, I would have changed some of the language.
Of course you would have.
Yes.
2020 people very happy. They got enough cursing now.
Yeah,
plenty,
little lad.
There's plenty for you. Yeah, little lad.
All right.
Cursing.
That's kind of uncomfortable.
Isn't it? Just
Yeah.
a tad.
A little bit.
Especially the thing about like him and me and the dad jerking.
What an irresponsible parent that was that sent that in.
All right, as we go to break, got a communique here from Steve. Mousetrap video is now up and loaded again on opieandanthony.com, so you can download that. And the American Mess videos, have you checked those out yet, Ed?
Oh, they're horrific.
Why are they horrific?
Just Scoliope. The other one, who was the other one? Half a back face is Scoliope. What were we calling the other guy?
Neo. Neo is God. I don't know.
Yeah, Neo is God, but he had a little nickname too.
I don't remember what his nickname is already.
Yeah. There's some guy that had like red hair, looked, I mean, just like The Mask.
Rocky Dennis?
Rocky Dennis. And he came in and he was just a complete mess. And one of the listeners came up with a great name for him, because he had scoliosis. He's been Scoliope.
Well, he was dressed like me. He was dressed like me, too.
Yeah, he had, like, Opie clothes on.
So
he had a glass eye that he popped out, half his upper teeth that he popped out. He took his shirt off, and it was just a mess. What they had to do, because he had some kind of weird tumor skin thing on the left side of his face, so they put a balloon in his back and slowly pumped it up over the course of a couple of months. To stretch the skin out, to make enough spare skin on his back to put on his face. So now he can only grow like half a beard and pop. I mean, complete mess. He wound up winning American Mess, and he's going to Los Angeles.
Well, the first stage of American Mess,
Yeah.
because we're going to do it every Friday. Open call for more American Messes to show up this coming Friday. I think there's a guy
See, we
coming
got a
from St.
banner
Louis.
with a blatant ripoff of the American Idol logo. So that means it's legit.
It's an official contest. I guess there's a guy coming on Friday with no arms, no leg. Oh, no, wait. No arms, but he could drink beers with his...
with his feet. He
with
does
his
everything
feet.
with his feet.
Supposedly he's coming from St. Louis with one of the truckers.
What's the prize?
Well, the first... last week we gave away 2 trips to the Lingerie Bowl.
In L.A.
In L.A.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what we're giving away this Friday, but we'll see.
I don't know who's going to have to sit next to those two on the plane, but
Does that guy have like self-esteem issues, you think? With the
just a bit. They both
No,
actually were in pretty good spirits.
Yeah, I gotta
about
say,
the whole thing.
I didn't feel that at all. I
It's
swear
either,
to God.
that or they would have killed themselves, I think.
Because Neo, I guess we called him Osis. He had so many Osis.
Oh, right.
diseases.
Yeah, that was it. He had a laundry list of Osises. Like whatever Osis, this Osis. And some made his back curve, and some gave him the head that he had. And
He didn't have self-esteem issues, I'm telling you, because we invited Stalker Patty in, and he didn't want anything to do with her. Like, oh,
because
come
they're
on,
both
man.
virgins.
Yeah, just all pissed off that we even suggest that he's so desperate that he would only get Stalker Patty. So I didn't see the self-esteem thing with either one of those guys. They were just dealing with what they have to deal with. American Mess, biggest mess is coming in every Friday. Winner gets a Sky-Fi 2 and a boombox this Friday.
Ooh.
All right, so if you're an American Mess and you think you could beat out Scoliope and Osis, come on by this Friday. We'd like to hear from some of the people coming by Friday just so we could get pumped for Friday's open call show, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got lots to do. 2020's in the house. We have you just distracted me so bad, it's not even funny. It's all right. We'll regroup and figure it out. Hit that, yeah. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. The One virus spreading across America. Spreading nicely, by the way. You can just feel it. The show is growing. We got 2020 in studio. We got Jim Norton back from Hollywood. And I'm tired today.
Are you?
Well, I'm now a restaurant and bar owner.
Restaurateur?
I don't know how the fuck that happened. I realized that on Friday. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I was just helping my brother out, and now I have realized that I'm a restaurant and bar owner.
Merchandise goes in the front door, comes right out the back door. There's a fire, fuck you, pay me. Struck by lightning, fuck you, pay me.
Wait, you guys opened up?
We sort of opened up, yes. For the people that haven't heard, my brother Brett, he's been in the business for many years. He's a great chef, and he finally realized his dream, and he's got his own place in Huntington. 400 New York Avenue. The place is called F.H. Riley's.
Mm-hmm.
Whackbag is already talking about the place and giving it pretty good reviews, I hear.
Yes.
So I was there Friday and Saturday night.
They're like the Zagat for retards over there.
But people are confused. They're thinking it's just a bar because that's the only part we opened up, Friday and Saturday, because we got to get some cash in the damn cash register to pay for everything. But I guess the restaurant opens up this week finally. I believe Wednesday. I'm going to eat there for the first time this Thursday before the Islander Ranger game. But it's F.H. Riley's.
So a celebrity sighting you could have if you go down there Thursday.
Yeah.
Opie, I just want to say hi. I'm eating. Leave me alone.
And you can come up and say hi. Like, the new thing is people like to sneak pictures with their with their camera phones. Just come up. I'll take a picture with you. It's no big deal. But they're making believe they're, like, looking up a number and the camera's pointed right at me. I'm like, dude, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just come up and ask for a picture.
I know what you're doing. I've done the same thing. And then a picture ends up on a website of you with spaghetti hanging out of your mouth. There's a dopey fucking look on your face.
I caught this person at the bar yesterday, a couple days ago. It was Lindsay and I were just drinking at the corner of the bar, and all of a sudden the guy has his phone up. And I look at him like, hello, and then he makes believe he's looking up a number, like his friend was supposed to be there, and I got to see where he is, you know? But we had a great crowd at F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue, Huntington, Friday and Saturday night. A big hi to everyone that stopped by.
What kind of food
It was very
will it be?
cool. American, a little of everything.
Okay.
Getting rave reviews on the menu. The menu's up on whackbag.com, by the way. So, and we had a couple bands Friday and Saturday night, and my brother-in-law is one of the bartenders, and this girl Jen is the other bartender. Fish, you know Fish.
Uh-huh.
He's a character, so he's...
Not any Jens I know as the bartender, right?
No, absolutely not, Anthony, no.
Boy, that'd be gone. Where's all my booze going? Hope he's marking the bottles. Why is the Jack watered down?
Yeah.
You can go fuck yourself.
But, it's my brother's place. I helped him open it, and I went there Friday and Saturday going, it'd be cool to see, what it has become already, be there from the beginning stages. Next thing you know, I'm at the bar watching the register and watching this and, just taking it all in. I'm like, I am officially a bar restaurant owner.
Yeah.
I'm not a silent
partner. Now you have this responsibility.
Yeah, so...
Opie Malone.
Yeah. Oh, then my other brothers are going to be like celebrity bartenders. It's a family affair, I guess.
Well, like Elmo will go in and mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, he'll be behind the bar. My other brother Scott from out east. It's just it's going to be crazy. But I think the pests are going to enjoy the place. It looks like it's going to be a cool hang already.
Yeah, for the
everyone
Long Island crowd.
They seem to be having a good time Friday and Saturday, and we really haven't even begun. We just had the bar open and, like I said, a couple bands that were really good. Let's go to Peter on Long Island. Peter, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? I was at the bar this Saturday night.
All right, and?
Beautiful, man. The inside looks great. There was a nice crowd. A little bit of a sausage fest, but it was excellent. Beautiful place.
Man, I didn't see the. I swear to God, I was going to mention that, actually. I didn't see a lot of guys there. I thought the crowd was pretty equal.
From what I read, yeah, there was some
I was
hot broads down there.
Actually, I was surprised how many women were at the place. I was fully expecting just all guys hanging out going, but there were a lot of women that came in.
Anytime it's something promoted on the Opie and Anthony show, you could expect just a dick fest.
Yeah.
But the fact that there are even 2 or 3 women that show up somewhere, it's like a broad fest. Babes all over the place.
Yeah.
3 girls.
There was a handful of cutie pies, definitely, but for the most part, a lot of dudes. But like I said, I had a great time, man. Very, very cool place.
You'll be back?
Absolutely. And I'm bringing a lot of extra people. A lot of people signing up for XM. They're like, wait a minute, where's this place?
I have a feeling it's going to be an O&A hang, I'm telling you, because it's going to be like some Opie and Anthony stuff on the walls and celebrity bartenders with my brothers and my brother-in-law. Ugh.
How far from the city is it?
Coming, man.
What did I get myself into? It's Huntington. It's like, what? It could take you anywhere from 50 minutes to 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's Long Island.
You take the Long Island Expressway, so...
Right. Unbelievable.
You got a helicopter.
I want to go on a date to the F.H. Riley's.
We'll all go out there, Jimmy.
You
We'll
need a
have fun.
girl.
I know.
You got to find a girl that's willing to go out on a date.
That's right.
And not one of those money date girls.
It wasn't mind waking up with leaves on her.
Dessert? How's the shallow grave here?
Yeah, but that Long Island Expressway, they spent 10 years making the road better, and it's still the exact same problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. It took me 2.5 hours to get out there Friday.
It's enraging.
So I missed the ribbon cutting ceremony. I had to hang out
You
with...
missed the ribbon cutting. That's the biggest part.
Well, and this
was it a big dopey scissor?
I don't know. I mean, it's my brother's project. You know, I'll be there a lot. I'll be supporting whatever he needs. But they do the ribbon cutting ceremony, and then he calls me, and they're like, they want to do it again because you weren't here. I'm like, no, it's your place.
Well, how much time would you have taken to get there? Like, what time was the ribbon cutting scheduled for? What time did you actually make it?
Like, I was like a half hour later, so.
Yeah.
They could have waited a half hour.
But then I'm talking to all these politicians, these local politicians, and then one guy from, it's unbelievable. Like I said, I'm a bar restaurant owner. I just simply am.
Yeah.
This guy comes up to me and goes, hey, you want to be part of the Huntington St. Patty's Day Parade this year? They have this idea to get me and you, by the way.
Oh, I'm involved.
On a fucking float.
On a float. That's going to happen.
Waving Kiwanis Club douchebags. Hi.
Yeah, I want to be in one of those little cars with a Shriner's hat on, with one of those fezzes on. I don't know who those people are, but they drive those little tiny cars with the fez.
Yeah. So they want us on a float this year.
No!
Waving and stuff.
I won't be on a float.
And my brother obviously knows. He was laughing like, I just have to tell you, but I know what the answer is going to be.
Unless they make us co-grand marshal.
But then they're like, we want you on the float for the St. Patty's Day Parade, but, you know, we don't want any of those crazy broads on the float with you. Like, oh, yeah, of course
God
not.
forbid they see any tits.
Right. So then I'm talking to these local politicians, and I was just like kissing ass.
Were you? Shaking
just
hands?
Lapping it up.
We're very happy to have another new business growing. You know, since I was elected, business has gone up 5%.
Yeah.
Shut up, who cares?
Right. And then we had open bar for the politicians because you got to start off right.
That's good.
Wow, they could drink.
Yeah.
They could fucking drink, man.
What are they? Are they a lot of Irish guys out on Long Island, politicians?
What do you think?
I think they are.
What do you think?
Huntington?
So
yeah.
So the place is perfect.
Irish and Italian guys?
F.H. Riley's. We're not even Irish, by the way, but we'll open up a goddamn
Irish
Irish
part
bar.
Irish, you look
You're not
Irish.
Jews, are you?
Let's go to Billy really fast here. Billy, what's up?
Oh,
Billy!
What's going on, Ope?
Hey,
man.
What's up, Vance? Listen, I was down there on Friday and Saturday. Just want to let you know, it was a great bar. Your father-in-law is hysterical with the tricks.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's
Fast Eddie?
Yeah, Fast Eddie. It's my sister's father-in-law. He's a magician. His sleight of hand is amazing.
Yeah, very good. Learned a few tricks from him.
Oh, Billy, I know you.
Yeah.
We were hanging out doing card tricks for a while?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
But, blown away on what he could do. But, yeah, the bar is great. Finally something new down in the village.
Cool. Yeah, tell your friends. I think it's going to be an Opie and Anthony hangout. which
Will
means
do,
I
man.
won't be able to go there too often, unfortunately. All right,
Well,
thanks, Billy.
You got it. Take care, guys.
All right.
What do you do in a situation where you're a bar owner like you are now, and all of a sudden, let's say the Long Island division of the Pagans decide they want to start hanging out.
Shit.
What do you do?
Even worse, what if it becomes a gay bar?
A gay bar? Yeah. Because you never know. It might just, hey, they make a dandy Cosmo over there at F.H. Riley's.
What if it becomes a gay bar
Like, what
and
do
we
you
have
do?
no choice because we got to pay our bills?
Actually, that'd probably be a pretty good
Let's not
clientele.
even start that fucking rumor.
A good clientele. They're
Good old
They're
fashioned
clean.
Irish
They're
bar.
polite. They like to drink with each other. They're cordial, for what I've seen.
Actually, I think it's a lipstick lesbian bar. There you go.
You could call it Brokeback Riley. No?
No.
That would be a good bar.
Can you imagine?
Your brother would be like, "Do you mind wearing this shirt?" He'd have like a little cut-off shirt for you.
Yeah, right. right.
A little cut-off shirt.
All of a sudden, my brother's desperate to pay his bills, and he's handing out the half shirts. What the fuck?
You want to kiss me on the mouth?
You bring up a good point.
What do you do? The bar owners probably don't.
There's a lot of
decide they wanna-
bars that started out as one thing and ended up as another. I bet
Yeah.
you. And they didn't think it was going to go that way.
Yeah, like a biker bar. I remember this one bar. It was called Splinters, and you remember that place
Sure.
in Green Lawn. And it was just the kind of a regular community hangout bar. And out of nowhere, bikers started showing up. Pagans would show up, and it was just to be in there on a Friday or Saturday night was a fight night. Unless you could stay at one end of the bar and mind your own business, and still there was a chance you were going to get hit by a cue ball or something being lobbed in there.
Right.
But I'm sure the guy that owned the bar didn't go into it going, I want a biker bar that's going to get torn up every weekend. It's a money-making venture. You want the best clientele you could possibly have. But then something just happens. And I guess you got to keep an eye open for that.
Well, the deal with us, though, it's a restaurant first and a bar.
Yeah.
Although the bar area is really cool. But it really is a restaurant. I think people are going to enjoy the food that my brother serves there. So
I will say, if bikers start showing up and you want to stop it, you just hire all fags. You just hire men in little tiny shorts with the shirt tied off in the middle to serve drinks, and that will end quickly.
That's true, because usually it's the bartender that brings in the bikers. If it's a biker chick, she's got her biker friends, and then the bikers come in. So you look, if they got that flat wide ass and the fried egg tits, and they're 20 years old,
right.
That could be a problem.
Let's go to Kevin in Middletown. Kevin, what's up?
What's up, Opie? You going to allow Ranger fans in Thursday night, or is there going to be a problem with that?
Ranger fans are welcome.
All right.
Your money's good in F.H. Riley's.
Even after we get into the playoffs and we keep going, you guys are out, we'll still be welcome?
Hey, look, man, I'm a dedicated Islander fan. I'll stick with a bad team just like I stick with a good team. What can I tell you?
Good luck. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
But I'll be eating there for the first time just before the Islander Ranger game on Thursday, yes.
It's not my birthday, sir.
All right, let's say hi to Rob.
Yeah, he did.
He
Rob
did?
on Long
I wasn't
Island.
listening again.
You really
See?
don't listen.
I was watching Pal Talk.
Right.
Opie.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, I was hanging with you on Friday night, man. I'm the guy with the bullet.
Oh, yeah.
What?
You were the guy that creeped out a lot of people because you were hovering over me the entire night.
Oh, please, I was not, man.
By the way, I want to return your pot.
What, did he give you pot?
He gave me pot.
Yeah, guys assume when we're hanging out that we want a handful of pot. Where we are. I could assure you, I could swear on any loved one in my family, I have not smoked pot since the 80s. And to this day, occasionally when we're hanging out with our listeners, hey, dude, pot? Like, why do people assume I want weed?
No, it wasn't like that, Anthony. In fact, Opie was more along the lines of, could me and Lindsay have some for later on?
Really? Has Opie taken to smoking a little weed every so often?
I wasn't creeping nobody out.
No, actually, people have been talking about you on Whackbag. You were hovering and creeping people out, Rob. You got to, relax just slightly. Just slightly.
Filter Paul putting fucking pictures of fucking cocks in the window of the bar the opening night.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No filter, Paul.
Now, listeners, that doesn't mean an occasional Vicodin slipped into my palm will be returned.
But Opie, man.
I have not started smoking pot again, by the way. That is the update.
Don't want that rumor spreading?
No, my brother-in-law was making an espresso martini, so I had...
And it takes pot along with the vodka and what?
No, the espresso martinis like got the best of me.
Yeah,
because they're so like chocolatey and coffee.
It's not even like you're drinking until you fall on your face.
And all of a sudden, I was like,
until that cop pulls you over.
Little ribbon in the bumper.
Oh, dude, I had
a little patent leather buckle shoe in the grill.
Your car's all you're like plowed into a seesaw. What happened? A little leather shoe on the windshield.
I had to hand over my keys and everything Friday.
Oh, that is horrid.
What happened? Someone cracked my windshield with a tomato. No.
No. I went out to see where I was parked, and the car had some red blotches on it, and there was a little teddy bear stuck in the grill.
Why are people putting wreaths around my driver's seat?
Jesus. So I had some espresso martinis.
Yeah, they are good.
Got shit-faced.
Mm-hmm.
Had to hand over my keys and everything. I was done.
Who'd you hand them to?
Lindsay.
Oh. Was she in good shape?
Yeah, she was in good shape.
All right.
To be honest.
Oh, my God, is Lindsay in good shape?
All right.
Oh, my God. Opie, I got to tell you, man, you know what? I don't...
What happened? Call back, sir. There was a disconnection.
He was going to compliment your girl.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, relax.
Hey, you got to watch on HBO Family. They had another retard thing, man, called Graduating Peter. It was better than the...
Oh, by the way, that wasn't a dump out. I just threw them on hold. But, so the espresso martinis, like you said, they're chocolatey and they taste like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you're really drinking.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it hits you. Rob, where'd
You're
you go?
snotted.
Oh. And then I asked him for pot, and I swear to God, I still haven't smoked pot in over 10 years.
Why? You must have been drunk.
That's what
Why
I'm saying.
would you ask someone
Because then I woke
for
up the
pot?
next day, and Lindsay goes, you realize that you got, like, pot last night. And I had to think about it. I'm like, oh, my God, I did. I was handed a canister of pot.
How much
by
pot?
this guy. Just enough.
Like for how many joints?
I don't know, probably a joint.
Probably a joint.
Yeah.
Wow. That's it?
So that was the closest I came to... no, and that's the truth. That's the closest I came to smoking pot for the first time in like 10 years.
Now, what was going through your mind when you asked him for pot? You must have had a scenario as to when and where you were going to smoke this the first time in 10 years.
I don't know. I didn't think it out.
Were you doing it that night? All drunk?
No way. I
No?
was thinking more maybe next time I'm on vacation, maybe.
You
But
go
then I have
down,
to
but then
carry
you got to
I'm not
take it
gonna
with you to
carry
the
it.
Bahamas.
Right.
There's no penalty for that to travel with drugs
trust me,
internationally.
I'm not gonna
I want to go to Turkey and smuggle some hash back.
I'm not going to be carrying pot anytime soon. I don't know.
No?
I don't know what I was thinking. I was feeling happy. My brother's place was finally open. The drinks was strong.
You
the
figured
listeners were there
pot has to be
supporting.
involved somehow.
And I just was feeling good. And next thing you know, I'm asking for pot.
Wow.
It was a good buzz.
That's odd.
It's a buzz I haven't seen in a while. Let's just put it that way. It was a really good buzz. Absolutely.
Someone said they saw you later on in the back alley, tied off and shooting something in your arm, just for the hell of it.
Swallowing balloons before getting on a plane.
He's a mule.
But the reason I had Rob call, he was in the Army. He knows your brother, too. He was in the Army with your brother, I guess.
Wow. And
And the guy is such a creep and a huge fan of the show, and he has some fine pot, by the way. You could tell by the smell.
Yeah.
He carries around a bullet that supposedly was supposed to kill him. It's a great story, unless he's, like, bullshitting.
Where was it fired?
I don't know. He's got to call in, but he was...
my brother wasn't in the Army during any active duty. Like, there wasn't really any war
that's
going on.
Another reason why I wanted him to call in. I wanted to see if his story was bullshit or not. He's got this bullet. And
It hit my Bible.
And supposedly he was in a confrontation. Guy jumps up, an older soldier, aims the gun at him. It doesn't go off. All right? And then he says how he blew this guy's head off and then took the bullet out of the gun, and there's markings on it where it jammed in the gun, supposedly.
I think he's a liar.
And now he walks around every day with this bullet in his pocket, and then will tell anyone who'll listen.
He sounds like a real ass and a liar. He shot the other soldier, and he's still walking around. They were arguing, and he just shot another soldier. That doesn't make sense.
Was it in combat?
No, there was some kind of confrontation. Yeah, it was the
There was
the
no
enemy.
combat going on. It was during
Grenada?
I believe 79, 80, 81. So it was I know there's a lot of shit going on in Iran at the time with the hostages, but
Maybe it was after your brother left the Army. I don't know.
Maybe. Because I know my brother was.
Oh, here he is.
He got
Bullet.
lucky.
All right. Rob.
Yeah.
No one's buying your bullet story.
Your
Oh,
bullshit
well,
story.
This was in the 80s. I was in Honduras during the time when the Sandinistas and the Contras were having their little thing. We were on patrol. And
That wasn't really a sanctioned event, was it?
no, let's just say that this is one of the little things that our government does that you never really hear about.
One of those things Reagan didn't remember?
Exactly.
All right.
And basically, long story
Secret
short,
agent.
I'm on patrol. An AK-47 barrel comes out of the bushes. It goes click, which is something very rare for an AK-47 to do. Basically, I was kind of shocked. I basically pretty much did a Full Metal Jacket, dropped my weapon, pulled my sidearm out, and shot him, emptied the weapon pretty much into his face. After everything was over with, we did an after-action thing, and I picked up his AK, and I tried pulling the bolt back, and I couldn't. And when I tried pulling the bolt back after several minutes, it finally slid free, and the bullet that came out, I showed it to Opie, the extractor on the bolt just messed the bullet all up. But that one was in the chamber. It was meant for me.
Well, there you go. That's the bullet story.
Hold on. Jeff is saying that this story sounds very familiar. Jeff in Jersey. Jeff?
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey, man.
Steve from Mooney, man, out fire with Denzel Washington. He went to kill himself, and the bullet jammed. He took the bullet out, and they said the bullet never lies, and he carried it around with him.
And what's that from?
Man on Fire with Denzel Washington.
Okay, sir?
No, that's not the way it happened with me. And for an AK to do that, what happened was when we examined the magazine, the guy had modified the spring in the magazine, so it actually kind of double fed up in there.
Right.
It's rare.
This is what tells me this guy's lying. Because he said something, this is something that you say when you're lying. This is the type of thing, like, the government counterfeits their own money. Like, that's the same thing when he goes, government does a lot of stuff. This is one of the things that you just don't know about.
Jimmy, I got pictures of it.
Crazy, kind of crazy people usually are involved in the government in some
Exactly.
And usually it's a secretive thing. I'm not
No, it
saying you
wasn't
are,
secretive.
sir, I'm not saying you're. Well, did we have, we had advisors down there. We weren't deployed down in Honduras.
No. But we do have a base of operations in Honduras.
Considering I'm going to see
Yeah,
Rob...
but they weren't going out on patrols. Like, what type of things were you doing that...
Well,
I don't even think you were allowed to take your rifle out with you as an advisor.
I was in communications, and we supported an infantry unit. And once in a while, the infantry units would go out on patrol and take us with them.
What
You got a
infantry?
Radio on your back.
What
and stuff
infantry?
like that.
Their infantry?
Well, you had the Honduran army and a mix of our guys also.
A mix of your guys. There was nothing. There was supposed to be nothing but advisors down there.
Well, Anthony, what actually goes on and what's told on TV.
Can I
What's
jump in
told
for
on
a
the
second?
Opie and Anthony show?
Can I jump in because he told me the story?
Yeah.
Considering I'm going to see Bullet Rob quite often at
Opie.
F.H. Riley's in
Of
Huntington,
course. Then
I
you-
believe every word of his
Hey,
story.
Listen. Oh, man, I'm telling
Rob,
you-
remember, Opie believes you.
Hey, you know what? I love
Anthony,
you
who
guys.
probably will never show up at F.H. Riley's, he doesn't believe you.
I will show up, indeed.
Not only will I show up at F.H. Riley's, but I don't believe you, and I'll shoot you in the face.
You know what? That's a compliment coming from you, Jimmy, man. I love you, bro.
Thank you, man.
And Bullet Rob, how strong is this pot that you gave me?
It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. It'll get you nice and buzzed.
Is it-
Actually, Lindsay was the one that took it, not you.
Is it kind, bud?
It's very kind.
He used the dead guy as fertilizer for this pot, so it's really good.
Yeah, well, you know, what can I tell you, man? I try.
All right, hold on. Now we're on to a whole different thing. It started off with the restaurant talk, but we got some interesting stuff going on now. Ben's Royas first. Go.
Hey, boys, great restaurant. Hey, that guy, he was the guy with the Joey Ramone shirt, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This guy, I'm telling you, he had a story for everything. I mean, he had Dee-wee stories. I heard that Bullet story, and I kind of think it's Bravo Sierra.
Little
well, you
Bravo
guys can
Sierra?
think what you want. You know what? He was such a nice guy the other night at the bar and shit. You know, now all of a sudden I'm a creep. Hey, you know what? I don't care, but I love you guys anyway.
Hold on, I didn't say you
Well,
were
yeah,
a creep.
hold on
Gonna
now.
shoot
Let's go.
him.
Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Rob, you got to understand the show. You got to take a couple lumps.
Absolutely. So what? You created a story just to be interesting in a bar, and now it's being called out in front of 2 countries.
I didn't say that.
Big deal. So what? This one thing that you've held on to that made you interesting is now, being proven fraudulent. It's not important.
Rob, hold on a minute, Rob. You're all right.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, dude, how long of a flight was Honduras?
How long of a what?
A flight was Honduras from here.
From here?
Yeah.
Shit, I took it from Fort Bragg, and it was about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. You're on a plane, man. You sleep, I was a paratrooper. We didn't jump or anything like that.
Honduras is an hour and a half, 2 hour flight?
Jump in?
Is that true?
No, we didn't jump in. We jumped into Panama, though. That was some shit.
All right, hold on. This guy's going to prove his point. Paul in Florida. Paul?
Hey, how you doing, boys?
Hey.
All right, this guy says he's up from Fort Bragg. Okay, I can buy that. What unit were you with that went down to the Honduras?
I was in the 15th Signal Battalion, 36th Signal Brigade, airborne.
You were in a Signal Battalion. Signal Battalion doesn't go on patrol, dude.
Dude, I was supporting the infantry.
Okay, which infantry battalion were you supporting?
We were actually supporting the 82nd Airborne's, what fucking unit was it? It was the 2nd Battalion of the 173rd Infantry Airborne.
Dude, you're out of your mind because that unit was deactivated after Vietnam. The unit
Wrong answer, pal. Wrong answer.
Wrong answer, dude. The unit
you don't know what the fuck you're talking
that was
about,
down
man.
there was the 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment. I know because I was there. I was with the 504th. I came in 88, and there was a big old thing, and they teach you about the history of the unit that you're in. They tell you all the conflicts and places that they've deployed to, okay? The 173rd was deactivated after Vietnam and was just recently reactivated right before Iraq the second time around.
Uh-oh.
It was reactivated during Desert Storm, my friend.
No, it was not.
It was reactivated during Desert Storm.
Yeah, but Desert Storm was in
Way after
1990.
Honduras.
That's still after.
Also reactivated in
This
1981.
This won't end good.
Dude, you're talking to a former Green Beanie.
Uh-oh, they're shooting at each other. Oh, no. Look out. Everybody get down. Get down.
I'm gonna work like
it was down in the first Iraq War, dude. It was not in Desert Storm. I hate to break your bubble, dude, but it wasn't.
All right.
I was in Desert Storm. The 173rd was not there.
All right, thanks, Paul.
But they were an active unit.
All right.
All right, look. I'm at work. I got to deliver this boiler, man. I got to go. But look, I appreciate you guys' show. I love you guys. You guys make my life easier every single day.
Deliver the boiler. There are people waiting on you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
Sitting around doing nothing.
All right, Pat in Philly.
Yeah, boys. That guy's totally full of shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was a Marine. AK-47 is an open bolt weapon. You don't chamber rounds on it. The bolt fires from the rear.
All right.
Now everybody will get their...
But I still don't know what that means. This is what happens when men talk about weapons. I don't know
Open
who's
bolt
right.
weapon?
I believe Rob and his story.
Of course you do,
What the
Opie.
hell did I get myself into?
We'll see next time.
It was interesting, though, because, obviously a lot of people are going there because of the show, and they have no problem talking with each other, which is so different than a lot of bars, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because usually go in and you just talk to the people you go in with.
Whether it's real or bullshit, they have no trouble talking to each
And then you
other.
realize that people not talking is okay sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a shot at me in Honduras. Was it? Really?
All right, so it's F.H. Riley's. We're open for business. It is more a restaurant than a bar, but the bar crowd looks like it's going to be okay, too. Start serving food sometime this week. I'll be there Thursday.
And Opie says all bikers are welcome. Fly your colors.
And faggots. No faggots.
If you're tempted to order an apple martini, stay home. You fucking mule juice drinker.
We named this bar and restaurant after my dad, so no faggots.
What is the H? I figured the F was. What's the H?
Hughes.
Oh, Jesus.
Fred Hughes, and, it's kind of... Patrice was making fun of the name. Because, we're not Irish and we're opening up an Irish place. I mean, we're this much Irish. So Patrice is just killing me. I'm like, oh, great. F.H. Riley stands for Fred Hughes, F.H., and Riley was the last grandkid he got to hold before he died in the fiery car wreck.
And Patrice
just went, oh, shit.
I can't even joke about that shit.
Got all pissed because he couldn't joke about it.
Jesus.
So it's 400 New York Avenue in Huntington. All right, F.H. Riley's. Thanks for the support so far.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll get into some stuff next. Stay there. I just went to the bathroom with one of the 2020 guys.
Nice. Did they get any video?
Just a little small talk, which is weird. We have the only bathroom in America where guys can have small talk and it's normal.
You say that. I talk to no one. I go in a stall.
Well, that's weird in itself that you have to take a leak in a stall.
I don't want to intimidate everybody. I want to intimidate everybody. They feel bad about themselves. They look down at me. They go, "Oh, that's what a big one looks like."
Well, know what it is too? It's like it's small talk because we're doing a radio show, barely any commercials, so it's almost like we all have to take leaks because we have tiny bladders. So we all run into the bathroom, and then it's like, Ben, how's the show sounding? Jimmy, blah blah blah. How it's just all dumb stuff that you need to ask as we're in break.
Yeah.
And we can't do it because we all have to take leaks, so it happens in there, and hence the small talk.
Mm-hmm.
Small talk in the bathroom. We have the only bathroom in America that guys could go in and have small talk, and it's completely normal because we have nowhere else to talk.
Right.
So I was talking to the 2020 guy, like, hey, how's it going? You getting good stuff? Like, I don't care. I'm just making conversation.
Piss going nice?
He goes, you guys have a really funny show, but we're not going to be able to use any of this on 2020.
Why?
Of course not.
Because there's a lot of cursing and the subject matter. I'm sure they'll use some of it.
It'll
They
be
only need a couple minutes out of a
It'll be
4-hour
just
shoot.
a video, quickly like going by, and then a voiceover. We can't even air what we've recorded here for 2020. This is how filthy the show was.
Right. Or maybe they'll use bleeps. I don't know.
Maybe they could, bleep. Pixelate our mouth.
They have to bleep. It's about cursing.
Yeah, it's about being rude and
Yeah.
cursing. Have you been cursing more than normal?
Fuck no.
I did at the beginning of the
Yeah, me
show,
too.
if you noticed. I cursed a little, thinking it might get me a little more time,
You really want time on this fucking piece.
I just, if they're here, I might as well utilize that and try to get a little time, Opie.
I gave up on
So I
that
said
stuff.
fuck a couple of times.
I swear to God, I
That's a
gave
good
up
one.
on all
It's a
that
good
a
word.
long time ago.
It's a good word.
Because we used to try so hard in the beginning of our careers, and
I know.
they would come in and film stuff, and you go, they were here for 4 hours, and they used that 5-second piece.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, just fucking do the show.
Oh, I got a question.
What?
Whose phone was under my seat? There is a mystery phone that was under the driver's seat of my vehicle. Did Master Poe lose his phone? I tried opening it up. It was not charged, so I charged it up, and I opened it, and you need a code to unlock the keyboard of the phone.
Why would there be a mystery phone under your seat?
I don't know. It's either Poe or a garage guy, because I'm the only one that drives my vehicle.
Did you lose your phone?
Did you lose your phone at any point, Poe?
No, sir.
No, you did not.
All right, thank you.
Holy shit. Well, wait, Paul.
Wow. Like I have never seen a ruder dismissal.
No offense to Poe, but he has a very slow delivery. And sometimes that just brings down the energy of the show.
Slow with the voice, fast with the fist.
Sometimes it takes him a minute just to get headphones on.
But he was going to tell this story.
There's no story if it says
it's not his phone, then it's not his phone.
That's probably accurate.
All right.
That your phone? Well, it's not, but
All
bye.
right.
Take
Goodbye.
care.
And why is a lot of people...
Thank you.
Why are a lot of people applauding me knowing that Master Poe can't see that they're applauding me?
Who's Stan?
Nothing against Master Poe, he knows that. But he has a tendency to take his time when he comes into the studio and set up his headphones. And it's like, oh, my God, it's just a quick question. That's
Gentlemen, I had a phone. I still possess said telephone. There was no loss in my equipment, in my phone or my telephone service.
This is a very good example of what we would have had to endure.
So just know.
Hey, Ben told me to come in here and defend myself. What's going on?
I agree.
You don't have to defend yourself.
I completely agree.
Oh, nothing against you personally, but there are times you take your time when you come in here. And there's an energy that we're trying to,
maintain.
Keep going, maintain.
I agree. It's been a long time.
Sometimes you take your time just getting the headphones on.
Poe is like Kane from Kung Fu, though,
That's
Opie.
great if you're...
It's the slow talking, slow moving. But then when
That's
action comes...
wonderful when
you're down.
That's wonderful when you're taking on seven
Ninjas.
Marauders.
Marauders. 7 marauders.
But we're shock jocks trying to do an entertaining radio show.
Right.
Where we have to keep our energy up.
Oh, from now on, I'll jump in here, I'll do a dive roll, and put the earphones on. How's
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That would rock.
But it wasn't your phone.
No, it wasn't.
Now, any suggestions, perhaps, because I drive from the garage to my house, from my house to the garage. Any suggestions as to whose it might be? Was like maybe did anyone else ever drive my vehicle there or no?
I think Poe's letting people drive your truck.
A garage, maybe a garage guy then. Could be the garage guy that pulls it into the spot.
Well, if you're getting phone calls from bill collectors and shit, you probably know.
Yeah, I'll check that. I'll check, but I can't because I can't punch the code in.
No, I have 2
which
phones.
Sucks.
I have 2 phones, and I didn't lose
have
any.
both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Poe. Thank you very much.
All right, I'll do the backflip also.
No, that's
flip out.
All right. Thank you. Let's go to Raphael in Connecticut. We have an update. This is Raphael. Raphael.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Jim Norton's back from Hollywood, so tell him personally why you're calling the program, because he doesn't know.
I am calling the program because this Thursday, coming up, live on the Opie and Anthony Show, will be the Super Ball.
We're doing a Super Ball on Thursday.
Super Ball. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it sounds like ball, but it's not.
Can we call it that, or is it a copyright infringement? We have to call it the Big Sack?
The Big Game?
Or something?
Raphael will be taking mousetraps to his scrotum this Thursday. He's taking on Matt.
Yeah, I think that's his name. Sure.
Matt took Raphael's idea because
Stole it.
Stole Raphael. Raphael called up and said, "I will take a mousetrap to my ball bag, but I'm in Connecticut. I can't get there today." Right? So we set up for him to come in sometime this week.
Mm-hmm.
Matt said, "Fuck that. I'm close, and I'll take Raphael's idea, do it, get all the credit, get the video up on the internet, and now it's being downloaded all over the world."
Yeah.
So Raphael's not too happy about that, so he called Matt out, and they're going to have a Super Ball off this Thursday on the program.
Now, the rules for this are still a little shady, but we're figuring like a decathlon of your testicles. Some type of
didn't we decide that
different events for your balls.
No, didn't we decide that these guys have to come in with their own, like, torture devices?
Their own creativity, figure out some type of torture for your nutsack.
I got the idea.
What is it?
Bug spray and a lighter on the balls.
Like burning it a little bit.
You know, you spray it with, like, Raid or something like that, and then you just fucking hold a lighter under it and just watch it go up.
All right, that would win, probably. But in the end, did you really win?
Yeah.
I say no.
And who gets to sweep up the balls after the contest is over?
Gets to blow it out? Yeah, me.
Raphael, what do you have in store for your balls on Thursday?
Well, I bought a case of the mouse glue traps.
Okay.
Glue trap. Now, I've seen mice caught in these things. They're pretty. They look pretty uncomfortable sitting there.
You will lose skin.
When you try to take it off?
Absolutely will lose
He's
skin.
going to slam his nutsack into a glue trap.
It's radio gold, though. It's
and then you're going to rip it off like it's a fruit roll-up?
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
All right, so you got that. Any other ideas?
Well, the mouse traps.
Yeah.
Of course, the mouse traps.
Right.
But I'm limited on to what I could bring on the train for possible random inspections.
Why?
Now, are you kidding? Could the terrorists really be interfering with our nutsack derby here that we're trying to pull off?
I say you bring a nail, a hammer, and a 2x4.
Crucify myself, huh?
Oh.
What are we giving away? You win a trip to the emergency room and 6 years of counseling. What's the prize?
Just bragging rights.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not about the prize, Jimmy.
Good point, boys. Good point.
It's just bragging rights.
All right, so he's going to... the
idea for Super Bowl right here from Schwoogie. Schwoogie!
What's going on?
What's up?
Hey, for Cringe Factor, the best thing would be, and I know this is a ripoff from Jackass the movie, but paper cuts on the head and the sack.
Hey, geez, okay, hold on. I can't even
What,
get
right across the hole?
Right, exactly, for Cringe Factor. But it's a ripoff. Hey, guys, real quickly, I've been a listener since the second week of WNEW.
Ow.
Yeah.
And the last couple weeks have been some of the best radio you guys have ever done.
Oh, thank you. How tall are you, Schwug? He's got that that voice.
The big giant guy voice?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was I was a normal kid until about 4 years old, and then my parents noticed I was starting to get bigger. If you look at my class picture here, I'll show you. I'm in the back row, always in the back row. That's me. And then I really shot up and had another growth spurt in 6th grade. Actually, you see here, I'm bigger than my teacher, and he was a basketball player. Again, in the back row. I'm crouching down because the ceiling was very low for the children.
And you have some kind of gland that
It's my pituitary gland wouldn't stop secreting.
Right.
So I just kept growing. The voice, no idea why we all sound like this. But I'm huge and giant. Here's me when I was in college. I'm on the lacrosse team, and I look really ridiculous holding this little lacrosse stick.
Those guys take more pictures than normal people. They got their whole life spelt out in photos.
Here's this was an important, fun, great day for me. Prom. Here's me at prom, pinning a corsage onto my date's dress. You could see the horrified father behind me, hoping this genetic mess doesn't foul his little girl.
A lot of people suggesting piercings to the sacks.
Yes.
On Thursday.
Here's the time I went camping and was followed by some people that actually poured plaster into my footprints and took them home. Don't know why to this day.
All right, Raphael, we'll see you Thursday, okay?
Opie, I'm down for piercing the sack.
Well, then
He's down for piercing the sack.
Then
With
bring
what?
that stuff in.
I'm down
Safety
for that.
pin.
There's
Safety pin and a lighter.
You know, it'd be great to do like take the corner of paper, not a paper cup, but the corner, and open the cock hole and just poke the corner into the cock hole.
I won't listen.
All right, Raphael, we'll see you Thursday. We haven't heard from Matt.
Why? Just poke that soft skin.
Maybe if Matt's listening, he could make sure that he calls the show so we know we have game on Thursday.
Yeah, so either way, I'll come down and I'll do it.
All right, thanks, Raphael.
Do you know what a dominatrix told me
We'll
she
see you
did one
Thursday.
time? What you could do for this contest? She said some guy, he was like jacking off, and she put what a doctor's thing. What do they cut with?
A scalpel.
Scalpel. The very tip of a scalpel. Wait, hold on. This is in the penis head, and this is true. And as he was about to ejaculate, he had her yank it out, so it cut him a little bit inside.
Get out of
and
here.
this way, for the next couple of days, he was a doctor. With the next couple of days when he whizzed, he felt like that little burn and remembered
A little
the experience.
burn, you'd feel a lot of
Well,
burn.
it was just a little, whatever it was, yeah. There's just the tip of the scalpel in the cock hole.
Kurt in Florida. Kurt?
Yeah, I had two ideas. Block of ice and hot soup. Go from one to the other.
Jesus.
Have them sit on a block of ice with their ball bags?
Yeah, and then dip it in a boiling hot soup.
All right, you know what? I think it's going to be up to these guys. They come in with their torture devices, and we'll have a ball off, and we'll see what happens. Okay. All right. We should move on. We got some great audio of some of the guys from Brokeback Mountain on Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
Before we do that, I have a quick question for any psychologists out there. I had a dream last night, very brief. This is, I don't know what it means. I was walking through
It's gay, by the way.
No, it's not. I was walking through a carnival atmosphere with Patrick from Cringe Humor.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden we're like standing on this, it was like, picture like a bunch of like scaffolding.
Mm-hmm.
And people on every row of the scaffolding. And we're on the top, like, portion of the scaffolding. Everybody's jumping up and down the scaffolding.
Yeah.
And we're right near like a mountain ridge. And then we realized that the scaffolding was being held up by Than with his tongue. He was holding the scaffolding up. I don't know.
A whole bunch of scaffolding.
I don't know what it
bunch
means.
of levels of people.
Yeah.
You're on the top level.
With Patrick, yeah.
With Patrick from Cringe Humor.
Yeah.
And Than is holding the whole rigmarole up.
With his tongue.
With his tongue.
Yeah. And then I jumped back off the scaffolding onto like the mountain ledge and got away from it.
Let me see.
Did it fall?
No, I don't remember.
Let me see if it's in my dream book.
Let me see that. Donuts, hot dogs,
dreams for every. Yep, says you're a faggot.
No,
that is gay.
It's a gay dream.
Look, you fancy yourself better than everybody else. That's why you're on the top of the level. You're better than everybody. Everyone else is below you.
I like it.
Right. That's your importance level that you're feeling.
Uh-huh.
The Than and his tongue thing is a young, up-and-coming talent like Than, and his sharp wit of his tongue has you precariously perched on top because you're threatened that at any time somebody can dethrone you, can come up. There's other people that are not quite as high up on the ladder yet that can kind of throw you off. I think you're
not in control of your own
insecurities.
destiny.
Yeah, your insecurities.
Not
I
in
think.
control of your own
But why
destiny.
Patrick?
I have no. He shouldn't have been up there with you.
She's not top of the.
No,
I'm top of the.
Not top of the. I think that's more insecurity. That even though you're on top, you're not as high up as you want to be because you just look over and look who's with you still.
I'm just happy I'm not a faggot. Thank God. I'm an insecure man.
I wasn't done yet.
No, that was it. Thank God I'm not a
there's
homo.
something gay in there.
No, there's not. At the end of the thing, I
you're
was
not
like,
telling all.
No, really, that is the whole thing. We were walking through a carnival.
Yeah.
And that was
the
all it
carnival
was.
is the fun and excitement that is your life.
Yeah, we were just me and Patrick. We were like, we went through like a tunnel, like on
Tunnel
like
of
a
love?
little boat. Yeah,
Tunnel of love.
Couple of like the whole thing, like we were on the scaffolding.
Shaped like a penis.
I fell and like my asshole got caught in his mouth, and then we just like jumped away. No, I'm glad that makes pretty good sense. Thanks. I feel better now. I thought I was a mo.
It's not gay.
No, good.
I'm sure there's a lady out there that'll look it up in a dream book for you. Yeah. All right, Brokeback Men on Oprah. Anthony saw Brokeback Mountain.
I know. You want to?
I saw it in the comfort of my own home.
Steve saw it.
Thanks to certain people.
Really, that's surprising.
Steve with his wife.
Right.
He said he was dragged to the movie. And we all had to look away like, all right, we'll make believe we believe you.
Was he probably criticizing the whole thing? That's not the way it normally happens.
My wife, George Glass.
Said he had no choice. He was dragged. And we started looking out the window like, yeah, man.
Cool.
Really, Steve?
2 movies he's been dragged to in the last 20 years. Brokeback Mountain and Cruising. Fucking Mo. Stop renting Dog Day Afternoon because you approve of the relationship.
It was a fine movie. There was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't action packed. It was a long love story type movie. But for that type of movie, the acting was good. Some of the
very
scenes,
slow moving.
Some of the scenes a little shocking for a guy to sit and watch. You automatically cringe at those kissing scenes and stuff. But direction was great. Yeah, and cinematography.
I have to disagree with the direction as
sweeping
being
and wonderful.
Great. If
Why?
Because if the camera's on one guy's mouth and another guy's mouth is then like in the same shot, that's poor directing as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, there was one point where they're making out and they separate and there's that spit line between two men's lips, whiskers.
Speaking of making out, this is going off on a tangent, but
It better be.
Did you see Flavor of Love last night? Are you
no.
watching the Flavor of Love on VH1?
No, I'm not.
Can't get enough of that. But there's a scene where Flavor Flav is making out with one of the hosts.
Yeah.
This chick named New York. And I don't. Is it a black thing where you have to use your tongue when you're kissing? I'm not talking about.
Wait, what?
No.
All right, you better
hear
put
me
that
out.
a little better.
I'm not talking the basic way where you use your tongue, where the tongue is now outside your mouth, licking the other person as you're kissing,
like licking their chin or their
all around the mouth. It has to be a black thing. I got to ask Patrice. I've never seen that before in my life.
I don't know.
What does he know about human intimacy?
Yeah, right.
How do you degrade a prostitute? That he can tell you. How do you kiss and like look at each other's eyes? He's fucking finished.
Mr. Como.
Watch it. I mean, they run it every other hour, so check it out for yourself. But there's something going on with black people kissing with the tongue is completely out of their mouth, like licking and kissing at the same time.
Well, I'm
And
sure
it was deeply disturbing.
I'm sure our listeners will have 8 billion racist responses to that.
So anyway, getting back to Brokeback Mountain and
Yeah.
and the kissing scene and the
Yeah, a little alarming as a guy. You say it makes you cringe anytime. You could, if as a goof, we've said this in the past. If as a goof, someone pops in porno, gay porno, to see like a guy slamming another guy up the ass isn't half as disturbing as watching two guys intimate and like spooning as they sleep, and the sensitive face touch or kiss is so much more disturbing than just pornography.
You know what? I'm gonna take issue with that. I have more problem with a cock being slammed up my ass than I would spooning.
I never used the word my. I was talking about visually watching it.
I got to ask you something.
Sure.
And I want a real answer.
Yes.
You're an actor now. You're in
on
an
a
HBO
scaffold.
series and all that, okay? Right? Would you do a movie like Brokeback Mountain? Like, I don't get it as an actor.
Do you want to talk about the biggest faggot response ever? My first thing was, who's the co-star?
That is a faggot response.
But you're now
who's the co-star?
Philip Seymour Hoffman? All right, I respect him.
You're now officially an actor. You really are. You're going to be on this huge HBO show. Now you're going to probably get offered other things. Like, where is the line as an actor? And I'm being dead serious here. You can have fun with this all you want, but
and even
I don't get it.
comedic scenes, they do that guy-on-guy kissing as like a comedic thing.
Where?
I've seen that in.
Yeah, you see it on SNL every once in a while.
Yeah, SNL.
I don't know.
Didn't Ben Stiller do it once, or
that would be a very tough one to pull
Chris
off.
Kattan has done it 100 times.
Well, Jesus.
I know. I heard that Will Smith wouldn't do it in 6 Degrees of Separation. They wanted him to kiss, and he wouldn't. Pacino would not do any scenes. I believe there was like a weird thing when we did Dog Day Afternoon. There's certain scenes he wouldn't do, like with the guy or some shit like that. So I think he wouldn't do any scenes with Leon, the gay guy, the other gay guy. So
but these guys are going at it in Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, I don't know how to do
and
that.
they're as hetero can be.
Who are they?
supposedly.
What are their names?
As far as I know.
It's Jake.
Jake
Oh, okay,
and Heath Ledger.
And Heath Ledger, yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal
or whatever.
That'd be a tough one to pull off. It'd be even tougher for the other actor. Who, if he's asked to kiss a guy, it has to be me.
Well, here's a movie that.
Well, how rejected would you feel?
I know.
The guy's like, nah, you know something? Anyone but this
My
guy.
fat neck. He's gonna touch my fucking side fat.
And then one of the actors is doing it better than the other guy, and like, wow, how did you?
And cut.
Right.
Keep going.
You keep going for a split second more. Like, I don't get what goes through your mind as an actor to take on that role.
I think.
Do you want to be a star that bad? Like, is it about your art that bad? Like,
actors are strange people. They're different than normal people. They really, some of them really get into these roles. You talk to other people. I've talked to other people that have worked with, great actors. I've never talked with a great actor, but I've talked to people that
You certainly have.
And and they say they really get themselves into these roles. They convince themselves that they are these people. They try to live their life during the term of the shooting as that person, and somehow they're able to do that and then walk away from it, and they're back to being themselves again.
Those are method actors, I think.
Yeah.
Hoffman said it was very hard to come out of Rain Man. That was what I heard. That he said he had a tough time with that one, coming out of that one. But when he did
ball peen hammer to the head. I would suggest that to come out of a role, you fucking self-important douchebag.
Well, those guys are doing it like, but you look at how well he does it. There's a way, when you look at someone like Dustin Hoffman, you go, all right, how the fuck are you that good at doing this? Like,
you can't just snap, cameras on, do it. You got to continue.
I can, but they can't. I mean,
right.
it's got to be hard for a lot of them. Of course. How are you so good at it? There's got to be a fucking weird thing that make you so good. Like, I'd love to know what Philip Seymour Hoffman does to do his shit.
It's so funny you just brought that up because the last couple of weeks they've been filming a John Lennon movie up in the hood where I live. And what's his name? Jared Leto is playing Mark David Chapman.
Oh.
Now, would you do a love scene with Jared Leto?
Which one's Jared Leto? I know the name.
Cute.
He was in Requiem for...
Oh, yeah. I would out of respect, probably, just because he's a good actor.
So,
right?
Only with the severed arm, though.
So there's a couple things going on here. He gained weight for the role, because we were talking about that earlier. And he's playing Mark David Chapman. He's walking around with an album. And in between scenes, he's still in character, and you almost feel like, holy crap, it's bringing you back to 1980 when Lennon was shot.
A little weird.
They're filming it right outside the Dakota, or they were. And he's on the sidewalk, rocking back and forth in between scenes, and no one was talking to him or anything.
I guess it's easier to do it that
still
way.
In the role.
It's easier instead of, snapping it on, off, out of character, into character. If you stay in the character, then you don't have to get back into it when they start rolling.
It was really creepy to watch.
Yeah.
Because he really looked like Mark David Chapman with the makeup and the glasses and the hair and the weight that he gained.
Creepy.
Holding the album and just sitting on the sidewalk just talking to himself and rocking and doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Well, Louis C.K., who used to write for Conan, told a story about when he called Martin Sheen. They were doing something with Martin Sheen, and Martin Sheen was doing some movie about General Lee.
With a self-important ass.
But, well, he's still a good actor.
I think it was, that Civil War movie, the sequel to. It was a sequel to some movie, and I fucking forgot it, and I stink.
Oh, no, that's all right.
God, I hate that.
Oh, we all forget it. Cut it out. And he called Martin Sheen, and he was in character. He said he was talking to him on the phone, but he was talking as General Lee.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, guys do that. I don't. I'm out of character as soon as the camera stops.
Gods and Generals from Derek?
Gods and Generals.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's the sequel to
the sequel to
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
Oh, there you go.
Glad I sidetracked on that fucking dead-end point.
Oh,
But that's the only example I have of a guy being out of character. Although they said doesn't happen when he was doing Midnight Cowboy. He would run into restaurants dressed horribly, and that was how he lived for that time.
Well, the Brokeback Men were on Oprah, and we got some audio clips. Concerns about the gay movie. Here's the first
Yes.
clip.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that it was the gay cowboy movie, and
Yeah.
I really didn't want to have anything to do with it. I was 16 years old at the time.
Really?
Yeah. So it had been around. The script had been around for years. So
That is funny in itself.
Wow, man.
They wrote that movie back in 1950.
They originally wanted the Duke.
Originally wanted Clint Eastwood and John Wayne.
I don't know how to quit you.
How funny is that? That freaking movie was sitting around for years, and everyone's like, they didn't have the balls to touch that.
It was, and he said it was the gay cowboy movie. That's what everyone called it.
Oh my God!
They,
that
they
is
were
funny
kind
on
of
so many
pissed.
levels.
During certain interviews, I've seen them pissed when it's called the gay cowboy movie.
And you know, these guys, it's just like any creative, job. You just know when you're in the zone. I bet you the guy that wrote that movie is like, I know this is a fucking hit, but no one was brave enough
No
to
one
touch
wants
it.
to
so,
do it.
So it's just sitting there year after year.
Do you realize at one point when they were kissing, one of those actors probably felt it jump?
Ugh.
It jumped at least once while they were kissing
Just
or
a
doing
little,
some, just like a little.
What was that?
Like a little, like a slug would look after it swallows blood.
Just plumps a little.
It just plumps a little bit.
Wow. All right, going back. So the movie was around for a while. We're going to start this clip over because it's interesting on many levels. He first heard about the gay cowboy movie when he was
gay
16.
cowboy movie.
And he's easily in his 20s now.
yeah, I mean, I heard that it was the gay cowboy movie, and
Yeah.
I really didn't want to have anything to do with it. I was 16 years old at the time.
Really?
Yeah. So it had been around. The script had been around for years. So when I finally heard Ang Lee was going to do it, I read the script, and it was really the most beautiful story I'd ever read, love story, and I couldn't not do it, and it didn't really cross my mind at all.
And you, Heath?
I think there was a certain level of, anxiety, and there were fears, and the risks
He's English?
led into my initial reaction. But then that kind of disappeared, and I was just left with this beautiful story.
Yeah.
It felt important. It felt like a story that had never been put to screen.
Yeah. How do you not just laugh in someone's face?
Yeah.
If I was trying to do a scene like that, I would just laugh in the guy's face and fucking cry that I had to do it.
As he slowly comes up to your face, in for the kiss. You just get away from me, you faggot.
As you're going in for the kiss, go, come here, faggot.
Oh, you fucking faggot.
Yeah. Your dick gets hard, I'll cut your throat.
Just bury your index finger up his asshole.
Just always pat his ass on the set when he's going for dinner, and just try to snuggle up online when you're fucking getting your craft services food.
What are you doing? I'm staying in role.
Dude, I'm staying in character.
I'm
Come
staying
on,
in
dude.
character.
Cut it out.
In the role, yeah. All right.
I bet you one of them calls more than the other one does.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, all right, we're finished with this movie. There's no need
Movie's done, dude.
Well, one
Don't
was nominated and the other wasn't, so one's acting was a little better.
One
than
acted as a faggot better than the other one.
They can both call themselves winners.
Right.
The guy who's nominated goes, God damn it, I'm good. And the other guy goes, thank God, I'm not that convincing as a faggot. Everybody wins.
Good point, Jim. Good point. All right, here's the next clip from Oprah.
Yeah.
I think if we knew the response to the movie, too, before we did it, I don't think either of us would probably have done it.
Why?
A way. I just don't know if we knew that it would have become what it's become and what it's meant for a lot of people. But I think
gay
ultimately,
movie.
you have to go and you have to jump into it. And if you're thinking about a response from people while you're doing it, there's no way you can do, especially
you have to
some of the
pretend
things.
no one's ever going to see it, in
Really?
order to allow yourself to kind of expose yourself and be vulnerable. And
Yeah.
Especially the stuff that we do
Expose.
in the movie. Yeah.
Everyone laughs, especially the stuff we do in the movie. Ha ha ha! Yeah, the faggot stuff. People laugh. See.
All I'd be doing is fucking clearing up the record during that interview. Well, Oprah, I love pussy. I mean, it's really been, it was a great experience. And
come out with two whores on your arm. And here he is. Two whores. Just one sucking your dick during the interview. Oprah, I just love girls and It was so hard to do that faggot shit on film.
Two fucking moes are sitting there chit-chatting it up. Well, you know, it's a beautiful love story. Is it? Stupid. I mean, according to you two, but not according to God, the rest of the free world.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yeah.
Ew, what is that?
That's a clip from the movie.
Ew.
He says,
I wish I knew how to quit you.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Here's a way you can quit him. Read the Bible, son.
Start by taking Dick A out of asshole B.
All right, the next clip, they talk about the kissing scene.
Ah, the kissing.
Let's talk about the kiss, guys.
Do you have any idea how much I wish that was the opening line in an Opie and Anthony interview? Brokeback radio show.
Let's talk about the scaffolding, Jim.
Well, the women in the audience are enjoying it.
Yeah.
I read that you had to do it 13 times, 13 takes.
Ang Lee, the director.
What?
13 takes.
What?
Of kissing a man.
You know how bad you want to punch a lighting guy in the face when you have to kiss another guy because there's a boom shadow on your face?
That's no boom shadow.
Oh.
13 times.
Why?
You had to do it 13 times, 13 takes.
Ang Lee, the director. Ang says that's what we did. I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
I really don't remember a thing, and I thought we did it 3 times or 4 times.
Yeah, and look, we can't say that we weren't nervous about it. You know, once the first take was over, it was like, okay, so what? It's kissing another human being.
He kind of slipped
He's
there.
trying to rationalize it.
He slipped a little bit there.
Kissing another, man.
Think of that when your children are holding up that DVD in 20 years and you're in a tub with your wrist slit. Daddy, why did you do this for money?
Kissing another human being. You know, how are we going to finish this scene? Let's get on with it. Let's get out of here. You know, there's no way to really prepare for a love scene, whether it's with a guy or a girl. I mean, you don't sit at home, you know, kissing your hand or rolling around with a pillow. Like there's just
some of us don't.
No,
I wish I was on that set. I would have coughed a few times just to make them do it again. Especially if one of the actors is a dick. Just as it's going, you're like, cut, reshoot, redo.
Just keep moving things around in the background so the continuity's off.
Shuffling things around.
Right.
Can I get that quit you sound again? What?
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Ugh, that's not even good acting.
Well, you can't tell from
you're right,
just
but
that clip.
Wish I knew how to quit you.
Wish I knew how to quit you.
Ugh.
Just hillbilly sounding breakup.
I only want to hear that if he's being beaten in a parking lot like fucking Mark Wahlberg in Boogie Nights. That's the only way I want to hear that.
Well, there is kind of a happy ending like that.
All right.
All right, here we go. More on the kissing scene.
Were you uncomfortable and nervous about it?
Yeah, of course we were. I mean, of course we were. I mean, but it's really.
I think I actually had the easier, an easier task. I think in those scenes in the tent, purely because Ennis had to be uncomfortable and he had to have anxiety and fear towards it. So. In a sense, I knew I had that to give.
Yeah.
I knew something would be.
Yeah.
I had something else to give as well, but.
Yeah.
But I knew
dick
that
up his ass.
You know, we would be capturing something, you know.
Yeah, it is kind of odd how the whole thing starts out. Just kind of in a tent.
Wait, slow
One
now,
guy's
slow.
in a
Paint
tent.
atmosphere.
One of them is in a tent. Jake is in the tent.
Ew.
And Heath is outside. He's in his sleeping bag, but it's very cold out. It's very cold outside. So Jake wakes up and tells Heath to get in the tent because it's cold. So he comes in the tent, and then Jake, out of nowhere, just starts like pulling him towards him to kiss him. And Heath is very upset about this, so he's kind of pushing away and disagreeing with the whole thing and fighting with him. And then he kind of gives in. But he doesn't give in and it starts off slow. He gives in by spinning Jake around, unbuckling his pants, ripping his pants down, and just jamming his dick up his ass. Didn't even know he was gay. It does sound so much sweeter with this music playing, though, doesn't it?
That's actually the sound their fathers made at the premiere when watching this.
Oh, you like that, don't you, faggot?
I think we do have the fathers watching.
Yeah. Turn it off.
Turn it off!
That's my favorite part.
You will keep your hands off of my mule.
Do you think the fathers made eye contact at the premiere?
Oh no!
They both go that gave that "Where did you go wrong" handshake.
That knowing look.
Yeah. They're probably just like, not even looking each other in the eye, shook hands, and then showed each other their Rolexes and nice cars that the son bought her. Hey, son just bought me a house.
Your kid was really good. No, your kid was really good.
All right, we got one more clip from Oprah talking about the love scenes like it's a dance, I guess. That's how they got through it. It's
really?
It's like a
choreographed little sequence of it.
But wait, the one guy's cold and the other guy says come in and he just fucking accosts him?
Yeah, with like there was no real inkling. See, the Jake character is gay. The Heath character isn't supposed to be gay. He's just in love with this guy. But he's not gay. See, he gets married, has kids, but for some reason he's just in love with this guy.
What year is it supposed to be?
Goes from 1963 up until like the 80s.
Why are they in a tent?
Because it's 1963 Wyoming and they're like herding sheep.
Ugh.
And that was their like gig, and that's like how they brought them together. And I don't know.
Cindy's got something. Cindy in Jersey. Cindy?
Hey, I went to go see Brokeback Mountain, and the thing that shocked me is that they throw, like, kids in there to, like, throw you off the gay story.
There's boobs in there, Ann?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway and Michelle Williams both have their tops off. I mean, but it was just, like, weird. It was, like, trying to throw you off the aspect.
That was what they do to cleanse the palate, they call it. For the guys that are there just because their chicks want to see the movie, you need a little tit to get all that man ass out of your system.
That's not much of a palate cleanser.
No.
It's like eating 2 pounds of shit and then going, here's a Tic Tac.
Yeah.
With that, here's the last clip from the Oprah Winfrey Show.
But do you approach it like any other love scene?
I think we approach it like a dance, you know? Like, when I work with a woman in a love scene, it's always, I think women are very objectified, especially actresses, when you're doing scenes with them on film.
Absolutely.
And in particular because the majority of the people on set are men, you know? So you have to say, okay, I'm going to move you here, I'm going to go here, I'm going to touch you here, then we're going to kiss, then I'm going to lay you down, then you're going to... And that's how it was with us, you know? In that scene you saw, it was like, okay, I'm going to come up, we're going to hug, then, you know, we look at each other, and then Heath, you're going to pull me back, and you're going to slam me into the wall, and then I'm going to grab you and slam you into the wall, and then we just, first couple times, I think it was we were scared, and it was a little clunky. But there have been times where I've been working with women, and they've just said, you know, hey, I've faked it before, I can fake it again.
Guy's killing.
Killing with his gay stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They probably were wishing that Ed Wood was still alive to film that movie.
Yeah, right.
Cut. Perfect. Print it.
Right.
No. Well, they would have been nervous kissing each other.
A man of his size would have trouble getting a dick in that little tight ass. Perfect. Tor Johnson fucking...
Tor Johnson.
All right, Tor. Grab Bella's cock.
Andy, I need a cock in my ass. Andy. Carl couldn't smell my shit. Know what that means? Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to be in as an actor.
I guess they pulled it off.
They pull it off and stick it in.
It's winning all the awards.
Yeah, but you know what? Hollywood is very I'm sure it's a good movie. I've heard it's good, but Hollywood you would have to be really bad for Hollywood to kind of turn on it because that subject matter they really want, I think, to be more accepted. So I think they were going to kind of be generous.
Yeah.
Although I've heard it's very good.
Here's what you're going to get now. Because of the reaction and the acclaim that this movie has gotten, you're going to get the copycat movies that come out. Now people are going to go, hey, look how accepted that was. Let's make a gay
biker movie.
Lethal Weapon.
Right.
Let's, a buddy film where they're, they fight crime and then they fuck each other back in the trailer.
What about the bad sequel?
Oh, Brokeback Mountain 2. Oh, God, no. They couldn't do that.
Instead of Rodney Dangerfield, you get Jackie Mason.
Oh.
The acting just is drastic.
You want me to put that in my mouth? I put it in my face. It smells like onions.
Brokeback Mountain 2. Well, they would have to then take up where they left off in the early 80s and go from that into the 90s.
It ends in the 80s. Uh-oh.
I know. Into the cowboy hat and a robe.
It all of a sudden looks like a 45-gallon hat. Swimming on that little head.
I don't know how to quit you.
All right, we're going to break.
Wow.
When we get back, we saved this until you got back, Jimmy.
Well, thank you, Ope. What is it?
You guys went to the AVN Awards.
Oh, God.
The porn convention. We never play this audio.
No. Have you heard it? Is there any good stuff?
I have no idea. We were in Vegas, and you guys walked around and talked to, like, gay porn stars and stuff with Steve.
Well, other ones, too, but...
And we got audio.
Ooh.
And we'll play it on the air live and figure it out as we go.
It
I
might
have no
stink.
idea if it's good or bad. All right?
Oh, gee.
In honor of Brokeback Mountain, here's a fine song from Stephen Lynch. Anthony, you're twisted.
Sometimes they need punishment.
What the hell's going on over there?
Well, during the break, the Pal Talk people, they can log on and actually join us during the breaks. Something I don't think any other radio show does. You're able to hear what we're talking about. When we're in break, you're able to see what we're doing in here on the camera. And people seem to enjoy it. One person in the room, the private pile in the room, had to say, "This camera view sucks." So I pointed the camera at the ceiling and shut the sound off for that break. They got nothing. They need to be punished every
You're
so
on a
often.
power
They're
trip
getting
or something.
They are getting
You're twisted.
Spoiled.
It was one lousy guy. There's hundreds of people in those rooms.
And the person's name was Little Jimmy Norton, by the way.
It wasn't me.
So I know it wasn't you, but they're using your name. Your good name is being ruined.
Anthony's on a power trip, though. He's frightening.
He really
You have
is.
to keep them in line. They're animals.
You're acting like God with this Pal Talk crap.
They are animals that must be kept in line.
Well, give them a camera view again.
If you, they have it now, and they have the
they got
sound back.
we got the 2020 people in here. It's an exciting day for everybody. Not. Let's go to Tim in Arizona. Tim, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Tim.
Hey, I'm transporting my brother to his court hearing,
Yeah.
and this is the first time he's ever listened to you guys. I love you guys. I think you guys are geniuses. But it's the first time he's ever listened to you, and I probably should be taking him back to Broke Mountain because he doesn't really think you guys are that great. And
Tim?
Yeah.
When did you realize that this phone call was going nowhere? There was a part where you went, "Oh my God, I'm bombing."
Oh, I'm
you know what it was? It was the point when you guys were like really silent, and that was it.
And then you realized, uh-oh.
It cued me that I'm a phoebe. I'm a fucking idiot. That's what it cued me.
Let's go to Boathead Jim. Remember him from Pennsylvania?
Oh, wow. This guy's an oldie but goodie calling.
Jim.
How are you guys?
What's going on, buddy?
No, I'm still not laid yet, Opie.
Yeah, we tried when we first got here, but now we have a lot more listeners now than we did then.
Yeah.
This guy is Boathead. We call him Boathead because he was when he was 15,
15 years old.
15?
Correct. Remember, that's pretty good.
Yes, I have a great memory. He went.
No, you don't.
I know. Thanks. I went. He went. I went. He went on a boat with a neighbor.
Yep.
A little boating outing, and during that outing, another boat, speedboat, hit their boat.
Hold on, Anthony. 2020, you might want to get this.
Oh, really?
No,
yeah.
They're like, no, we're fine.
Hit their boat, and the bow of the boat hit this kid's head.
Yeah.
And that's why he's got the name Boathead.
You'd never know it, though. I mean, to talk to him, you sound pretty normal. I mean, do people usually know it when they first meet you?
Yeah, oh boy, you remember my picture I sent you, and you guys stuck it up on your page, the buoy head.
I was kidding.
I know. I understand. It was funny. And but my eyes, the way they look, like my left eye is, I can't see out of that at all. I have never.
Well, you should be part of our American mess competition.
Great story.
Yeah,
Can't
we're having
see.
an open call once again this Friday. If you're an American mess, you just come on down and we take a look at you. If you got a special talent, we'll take that as well.
I can't get there though.
Why?
Because I live in Pennsylvania and I can't drive.
Well, no one's ever gotten from Pennsylvania to New York.
Why don't you have somebody drive you?
Who? The guy. You remember when somebody said that they would drive me there?
Yeah.
We don't remember much about you. We had to cut our losses and move on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We gave you the spotlight for a while. Nothing was going on with it. We couldn't really develop you, so we just kind of moved on with the radio show. That's what we do. That's a little taste of reality there, Jim.
Okay.
Your story wasn't interesting enough to keep it going.
He's actually looking at me as he says that, and it's really hurtful. You need to throw in the Jim.
I know I said Jim many times through.
Is Norton there?
No, yeah, Norton's back. So you're all right. Well, let's go with this a little bit. You're still trying to get laid?
Yes. I'm still trying to get laid.
But what have you done? Have you been proactive?
Well,
Or are you sitting back just waiting for your doorbell to ring one day?
No, I go out. And I get labeled as being a drunk. And I don't even drink that much. I can't drink that much. I'm not a drinker, I guess. But I get labeled, and it sucks.
You've never been laid?
Nope.
Why don't you just get a prostitute?
Once again, I live in a town where,
Please don't tell me you have morals.
No, I don't have morals. I live in a town where I was offered to get laid by some, I guess by somebody. I don't know if she's up or not, but she said she'd do me for $1,000.
Jesus.
Exactly. Well, I almost gave her the money, but then I found out she had hepatitis C.
Stupid. Don't spend $1,000. Pay that kind of money. You could just have a car take you to New York. You spend a couple hundred and you get a nice lay. What's the matter with you?
And the going rate for a hooker with hepatitis C is like $200.
With
Not
hepatitis C?
Yeah, not $1,000.
I understand that.
Hold on a minute. We might have a ride to New York for you for Friday's American Mess Show. Jim, what's up?
A ride?
Hey, where's Jim at in Pennsylvania? I might be able to drive him in.
I live in Springmount.
What's that, right outside of Philly, right?
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes out of Philadelphia. It's in between Allentown and Philadelphia.
Opie, can you throw me back on hold? I'll give Derek my info, and he can have Jim call me.
Yeah, because we need some people to show up this Friday for American Mess.
Yeah, we'll get you
And
here.
we've never seen Jim live, so this would be pretty cool. Hold on, Jim.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot.
Actually, hold on to both Jims. We'll try to get a connection here, and hopefully Boathead Jim will be in studio Friday for American Mess. All right? If anyone else is planning on coming down Friday, we'd love to hear from you, just to see what we have. Let's go to Anthony in New York. Anthony!
Yo, what's up, boy?
What's up, Anthony?
What's going on? Listen, you remember you had this guy in from American Pie raving about this play he's doing in Manhattan?
Dogsy's God. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We were listening. He talked about Elijah Dushku and how the Peppermint Patty was a whore and Papa was starting to get a hammer. I'm like,
Hold on. Before you do your punchline, I gotta say, I was with you, bro. We had the guy in. He was from American Pie. He's a good actor. He goes, hey, I'm in this play. It's based on the Peanuts, Charles Schultz, and I'm like, and he plays Charlie Brown, and I'm like, I'm there. It's off Broadway. What the hell?
You know, you think it's going to be good, right?
Right.
You go there, and halfway through the play, it just hits a wall. It felt so uncomfortable. It was like, I don't know. It was like they sit there and they throw these two guys. This one guy is just a flaming homo. I mean, he plays Beethoven. And
he's the guy that plays the piano in Peanuts.
Right.
It turns out to be like Brokeback Charlie Brown.
It turns out that Charlie Brown is he's gay.
It's all homo. It's like,
and you want to talk about an actor getting into the role? He has no problem kissing the piano player guy. The pianist.
Well, it sucks that in a play you got to do it every night. At least Brokeback Mountain, you do it 13 times and you're done. A fucking play, you hope it doesn't have a 6-year run. You're mugging with this douchebag 6 times a week.
In his grave. It's like you turn my Peanuts characters all into shit dicks.
I looked around the theater like, holy, who saw this coming? Maybe the actor, when he was on the fine radio program, could have gave us a little hint that even off mic, even off mic, he maybe could have gave me a little hint that this.
He wouldn't be able to fucking get anybody from the show to go and watch. That's what it was.
You kidding me? He would have been able to get everybody from the show to go to watch. To watch fucking Charlie Brown gay it out with fucking Beethoven. We all would have went to laugh at that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm out. That's all I got. I'm punching out. Report.
All right. What? I don't know. You hear the latest on Chris Penn? It's a very gay show today, by the way.
Well, just gay subject matter coming up a lot in the news.
It's too bad 2020 is not doing a piece on gay stuff because we have plenty of material for them today.
Plenty of that.
I don't know if this is true, but
I don't know either. But it seems like until somebody dies,
it's in page 6 of the post.
It's a big
it has
secret.
To be true. They
it's
never
got to
get
be true.
anything wrong.
Page 6. Yeah, sure. I don't know what it is, but until you die, all this stuff stays pretty secretive. And then they say everyone in Hollywood knew. Oh, everyone knew he had this huge drug problem.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I didn't either.
Well.
Oh, Jimmy, that's right. And you were one of the insiders.
We have the same manager. Or we have the same manager.
No.
Yeah. My Jonathan was very close to him. I never met him, but he would always talk about him. He has a flying show that I have.
It's like 1 degree of Jimmy Norton.
I know.
1 degree of Jimmy Norton. You could name any celebrity, and Jimmy is somehow related to that person through one other person.
Well, yeah, but that does me no good. I mean, yeah, we both like trannies. That's what that's a relation. I don't believe that.
Yeah, look at this story, man.
All right, it's Penn had long drug history. It's in page 6 of the New York Post today. Chris Penn's autopsy results aren't back yet, but grieving friends of the talented actor privately suspect that his death was caused by drugs. One pen pal.
I get it.
That's so cute.
Funny.
One pen pal said Chris fought a battle with drugs his whole life, and it had gotten bad again. Chris, brother to Oscar winner Sean Penn, blah, 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 also had lately been spotted hanging out at L.A. Tranny hotspot. Tranny, sorry. Tranny hotspot, the Spotlight. Jimmy, comment?
No, I don't have any comments at all. The fucking sodas there are never good.
Ever hear of the place?
No, actually, I've not.
No.
He became friends with a transvestite named Bobby, but they had a falling out several months ago, claimed one source. Chris, who was open about his drug demons, told Entertainment Tonight in 1998, I was a drug addict, and it was a tough time. I couldn't face my family. I couldn't even face myself. I'm clean 3.5 years. I don't look back with regret. I simply say that I learned from it, and it was a mistake, but I learned from it, and I'm a better person today.
Penn and Bobby last seen at F.H. Riley's in Huntington.
Easy.
Well, that's what I heard in page 6 yesterday.
Easy.
I've heard it may have been a sleep thing with him.
Really?
Yep. He died in his sleep. I mean, they think it was a sleep. He was in his bed.
Sleep.
Apnea killed Reggie White, so it wouldn't surprise me if that is what
really
did him to him.
He was pretty bloated.
And that kills like 30,000 people a year.
Yeah,
I learned that on Celebrity Fit Club last night.
Ooh. Yikes.
It's all about celebriality. So that's the latest on Chris Penn. That's what they know so far.
Drugs and like the trannies.
That's what.
Right. Who's friends with Bobby? Well, they spelled it B-O-B-B-Y in the paper. I bet you the Bobby probably spells it with an I at the end.
Yeah.
Kind of androgynous.
Something
and
cute.
Yeah. Little heart over the eye.
We interrupt this program to bring you the
Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Wow, who saw this coming? Fucking whack bag. They don't get anything. Actually, people do get it. There's always one or two that don't.
What do you mean?
Why does Opie have to say, wow, who saw this coming every time there's a midget sighting?
Angry typing guy, ladies and gentlemen. Angry typing guy.
Because it's called sarcasm because I'm the one that sees it coming.
Right.
Holy shit, do you have to explain everything to some of these people?
Yes.
Perhaps more than that.
There was a whole thread on Whackbag. Why does Opie have to say that every time? He's the one that's taking... They actually wrote that. He's the one taking the phone call, so wouldn't he be the one that sees it coming? Yes, that's why I say, who saw this coming?
You're not supposed to take message board stuff to heart. You're supposed to blow it off.
It just amazes me, though.
Mm-hmm.
The stupidity sometimes, by a small percentage. I'm not trashing the whole board. I'm not. I think they've been amazing lately.
Yeah.
But there's a small percentage that doesn't get the most subtle, stupid things on this program.
They get hammered. Even Danny, our own Danny, got pissed off at the board the other day and exploded. And I had to laugh at him. It's
Why?
Like, what? They were bitching about the best ofs. Or worst of, however you want to put it, that we play. And somebody said that the same one ran all weekend long. But it was a 3-parter of, I guess, the eggnog drinking contest. So it was 3 parts that ran. And somebody was on the message board saying, well, what? Can I do angry typing guy?
Yeah, please.
I don't want to take your character.
It's all right.
Why are you running the same segment 3 times on one weekend?
Thank you. And it turns out that Danny was running, like I said, 3 parts, so he just unloaded. You asshole. Were there some curses in your post, Danny?
No, I think I tried to keep it, pretty tame. I just tell it how it was, sort of a thing.
Yeah, but you pointed out that some people on the board are jerks or asses or something. It was a little personal.
Well, because they're so nitpicky. It's
right. Nitpicky is the word I was looking for.
Split hairs.
Split hairs.
What else did they do? 80-year-old man? Jesus Christ.
Really?
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, I say. He shook his fist at him and said, "You darn kids."
Yeah, those damn pinch pennies.
23 skidoo.
That's meddling.
You're meddling.
You meddling.
Why you? It was a 3-parter.
You do that threatening fist thing that's not threatening at all because it's all awkwardly in front of you.
Yeah, big liver spots on it.
When you can see the liver spots and the translucent skin with the veins through it, it's not as angry anymore. Yeah, I saw you up there, and I was just like, oh, Danny, don't fall into it.
I know.
Don't.
I know.
Did you post?
Well, yeah, I started a thread.
He actually started a thread.
What's your post name? Just Danny?
Foundry Music Danny, whatever it is.
Well, the post is, if you're going to complain, at least get it right. This is a free forum which you may speak your mind, and that's fantastic. However, if you must bitch about something, get your fucking facts straight before you
did
go.
curse. Okay, you did curse.
And then would have simply responded to the thread itself instead of starting a new one, but it is now closed. The Eggnog Contest 05 is split into 3 different parts. This also took place before Christmas. Do you realize how many new people there are listening now? You're not hearing the same shit. 2 curses.
Ooh.
2 curses.
You're healing, or you're H-E-A-I-N-G.
He meant hearing.
Yeah.
Don't you hate when you misspell when you're mad on the message board? You write something and you're all pissed off, and then you misspell something and your point goes out the window and someone goes, "Why don't you run it through spell check?"
Yeah. You call somebody a dumb cunt with a K?
You're hearing 1 bit over 3 days. As much as I'm sure you'd love it, I can't play Tony Danza and Dragon Wagon every day.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Those are fine bits.
I'll say.
Maybe I'll make a week of it.
Punishment.
And why would it run 3 days, though?
Because it was long. It was long. I couldn't play it in an hour.
Too much of a cliffhanger for people, though.
So I figured instead of not running it at all.
Because part 1, if you only heard part 1,
then you missed the end. If you only heard the end, you missed the setup.
Yeah.
So it's like you're expecting everybody to have been there the entire 3 days.
Our audience
never happens.
Our
in radio.
audience, they don't think that way.
We've heard that up to 2% of our audience actually works and holds jobs. So that would be difficult for them to Indeed.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Wow. Sean in Buffalo.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, I just sent a picture to Steve, too, of my midget sighting. It's a security guard at the mall here out in Buffalo.
A midget security guard at a mall?
Yeah, and I couldn't get a better picture. He was having a little talk with either 7 or 8-year-olds there. Yeah, Steve should have it. I sent to him last night.
Well, what could he possibly do? I understand that,
See, I
we shouldn't...
well, I like the listeners that they're getting proof of their midget sightings.
With the camera phones.
Yeah, because a lot of fans are calling Bravo Sierra on some of these midget sightings. But here's a guy took it upon himself to prove that he saw a midget.
I understand we shouldn't discriminate, but a security guard is a job that you need something like speed.
We should discriminate. If you're under that a certain height, like if you're like a midget or a dwarf, here's what your job should be. You should be forced to run in a circle in the mall while circus music plays. That's the only job you're
horrible and degrading, and I don't agree with your stance on.
Maybe you can skip a little.
No.
With a miniature pony next to you. Boop, dope, 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 dope. That's all you're permitted to do.
The only way I agree with what you're saying is if they wear curly shoes with bells on them. But other than that, I disagree totally.
Should be able to maybe wear tall baby clothes.
Sean, so what was he doing?
Oh, he was having a little talk with some kids. I guess, I don't know, they're getting in some trouble or something. But
how could he chase anybody that's shoplifting? Like, I've watched those closed-circuit camera things, and they're great. Somebody shoplifts, they run, they barely make it to the door, they get tackled by security. What do you...
Hey, you! Stop it! Put that down! Stop it!
You don't have to chase them, because when a midget yells stop, you just walk away. No, what are you going to do about it?
Oh, I knew he was.
Embarrass me? People think you're my unruly son?
Yeah, I knew he worked in the mall, so I went hunting for him, and it was during Christmas season, and I finally seen him running through a little crowd there, and I couldn't grab my phone quick enough, and he was gone before I knew it.
Oh, good for him.
Hey, we got a guy that can confirm Sean's midget sighting. Let's go to Mike in Buffalo. Mike?
Yes, this is Mike.
Hey.
Hey. I'd just like to confirm the midget sighting. I'm in Buffalo, and we affectionately call him Inch High Private Eye.
Inch High Private Eye.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
On Fox this summer.
A new name for Whack Bag, too. All right, thanks, Mike.
All right.
All right.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
We should get Steve in here. We got to talk about this audio you guys got at the porn convention. Where's Steve?
That might not be good. We should listen to it first.
No.
No, that's the beauty of what
On
we do.
the fly.
We don't have time to pre-listen to this stuff.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah, Steve, get over there so that they get you on 2020. So they can film you for 20 minutes and use none of it.
Long time no see.
Hi, sweetie.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm lovely.
So you guys went to the porn convention when we were out there in Vegas.
Yeah.
The Adult Expo.
We know better.
You do?
Yeah, because the first year we went, you guys went, we went to the convention, and it is, for these guys, it's like they're rock stars, all these porn stars. They know their names. They know all the companies. They're so excited. And to me, it's just a stinky whore convention. It's like girls with ugly fake tits and too much perfume that's obviously covering up a night of action. And that, to me...
Yeah.
Not as into it as these two. These two are running around like it's Disney.
Personally, last year I enjoyed when all the sleazy directors were coming up to my girlfriend and asking if she ever thought about doing porn. That was a highlight for me, I got to tell you.
They were doing that?
Oh, God, I got to tell you, it was a highlight for me.
They don't know. They're just in the motion picture business.
That was was just wonderful.
They're recruiting.
Yeah, they were.
Lindsay does not get that picture.
Yeah, that was a treat for everybody involved.
All right, well, we learned.
So you guys
and then there's guys there, and they're completely naked except for a sock or something or some leather band. They're touching their junk. They're like got their hand on their cock, and then they want to shake your hand. That's a fine how do you do. Thank you, no.
Well, what's wrong with that?
There's not enough Purell on the planet to make me go back to that place and shake anyone's hand.
Really?
Dopey broads, they sit down for an interview, and it's like, so what do you do? Well, I was nominated for Best Anal in a gangbang. Fantastic. Where'd you go to school? There's nothing I could ask these women.
The best part for me last year, afterwards, we went up to the Venetian to have lunch in that outdoor, it's inside, but it looks like you're in an outdoor cafe. and there's a bunch of us having a nice little lunch, and it was all the women that were rejects that were hoping to get discovered at the porn convention, and they weren't getting discovered.
Oh.
So you had these messes walking around with tiny little outfits, and one girl had like a drill dough. And her boyfriend that was dragging around because the boyfriend was hoping that she was going to get discovered so they could pay their bills. Of course. And it was so obvious they weren't going to get discovered, and they were walking around all rejected that no one gave a shit that you were there. And they're walking through this really, really nice restaurant area while people are trying to eat.
Great. People trying to eat. And third-rate whores are walking through.
Yeah, they just did not get discovered at the porn convention.
Not into it.
So this year you guys walked around. It was Jim, Steve, and Laszlo?
Yeah, we learned our lesson from last time. I mean, Ant's right. You try to interview some of the girls, and all they do is they just start plugging immediately. They don't really know how to conduct a conversation. They just start immediately telling you what videos they're in. It's pretty boring. So Jimmy and Laszlo and myself sort of zeroed in on a couple key areas, parts of the convention floor.
Did you cut this audio up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
well, no, Jimmy's so nervous. Don't worry.
No,
it'll be fine,
but I don't want to. I don't remember it.
Well,
you will.
It's been about 3 weeks or so. You guys talked to Mark Sterling. Who's Mark Sterling?
Mark Sterling is, I believe he was. Well, the first thing we did.
He's a gay porn actor.
Yes, he's a gay porn actor.
And he discusses what genre Steve would be best for.
Yeah, this was Jimmy's little treat. Jimmy brought us all the way into the back corner of the room and decided how many gay guys wanted to bone me.
Something tells me his take on kissing and having sex with other men a little different than what we heard from Oprah and the Brokeback Mountain.
And the 2020 cameraman put down his camera.
Holy moly.
Oh, Jim just left
I don't blame him.
His seat completely because 84 Babe is now diddling herself on Pal Talk. And if anyone else sends me an IM telling me to pull up 84 Babe's cam, I'm bouncing you. And you won't get to see it, so
I don't like
stop
her.
IMing me.
She's
Why
pretty.
don't you like her?
Because she blocked me one time when I tried to talk to her for something.
Now you're going to ruin it for everybody because you personally, she wouldn't fuck you.
No. I don't. She's very beautiful, but it was actually like a legitimate question or something. Like her camera wouldn't come up and like, oh yeah, she must have blocked you. Like for what?
No, she didn't block. A lot of guys pop her camera up, and it's hard for. The camera, the software doesn't recognize that's Jimmy Norton.
No.
Let me shove everyone else's bandwidth aside and get right to
No,
Jimmy.
but I heard it was blocked. It was like a few people in the room. It was some weird thing.
I don't think you can do that, though.
I don't know. It just bothered me.
Can you get your diseases through the internet? Maybe she was blocking it for a reason. Something McAfee doesn't cover, AIDS.
I was offended.
All right, so here's Mark Sterling talking to the boys at the porn convention.
What do you think of him? Now, a lot of people tell him that he should do adult videos, but he's too shy. What do you think of him? Would he make a good living in adult films?
I don't do any casting myself.
Well, if you're doing a reality show,
right?
Would his face be well received by your audience?
I think it would sell for an audience, yeah.
Really? Would the community recognize that look?
Yes.
Good.
In fact, I have a company actually would probably sign him right now.
Really? What company?
Bear Films. BearFilms.com.
Bear Films? B-E-A-R?
Yeah.
You have no idea how perfect that is. Why do you say that?
It's a huge market. The Bear Films are like hot sellers, but nobody makes them. And you kind of fit a category, in my opinion. But
are you saying he's a bear?
He fits that stereotype, yes.
Okay.
I hate you.
There's this whole thing, I guess, in the gay community.
Yes.
This bear thing.
Yes.
Now we're talking B-E-A-R.
Yes.
Like a fuzzy bear.
Right.
They're big gentlemen.
Right.
Usually a lot of body hair.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a type, almost a fetish, I guess, for some gay people. And for some reason, Steve, our lovely Steve, fits in perfectly.
Apparently.
And these bear lovers love him.
And this asshole couldn't have been happier every time.
You're saying apparently you got a flaming bear on your T-shirt.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Exactly.
A flaming bear and stay cozy on your shirt.
I just thought this was a cool design. I wasn't really
What's cool about it? It's a teddy bear with fire on it.
And I'm not even making a joke. Like, your shirt was crumpled in front, so the stay looked like it said gay. So it would be gay cozy.
Wow.
Oh, well, now it's not.
Apparently, you have a flaming bear right on the front of your shirt.
all right, but it's a fire. It's a little teddy bear.
Flaming is you would think flaming.
All right, I'm not defending myself well right now. I'm
More Mark Sterling talking about Steve, the gay porn actor.
What's the difference between a bear and a cub? Is there a difference?
There's a very slight difference. Bear is much more masculine. A cub is much more shy, much more submissive than a bear.
So he'd be more of the dominant fellow.
Yeah.
All right.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. You have no idea how happy you just made me.
He's going to torment me for a year now.
Stop trying to get a rap going before you leave.
I know, really.
He's really teasing me for really.
Yeah, thank you. That's a very accurate impression. Thank you so much, Jimmy.
He doesn't care.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
And that was just the first one.
All right. Now we get some audio from Tiger. Who's Tiger?
Tiger?
Oh, Tiger was this guy at another gay booth. He was wearing leather assless chaps and big,
of course he was.
I don't know what the chains on the front of his chest. I don't know what they're called, but it was.
Yes, you do.
I certainly don't. And Jim wanted to ask him a couple questions.
All right.
Yeah, it discusses what genre Steve would be best for.
Hi, I'm Jim.
Hi, Jim. How you doing? Tiger.
Hi, Tiger. And this is Steve.
Pleasure to meet you, Steve.
Hey, how are you, man? Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I've been taking a poll. This gentleman I'm standing here, would he do well in the adult industry? People tell him that he should get into films and he's too shy. Do you think he would do okay?
Well, we got to check things out first.
Go ahead. He doesn't look
show us a little something.
His face.
He grabbed me.
His face is good for adult films.
Very handsome gentleman.
You think so?
Beautiful eyes.
What?
He's got this with a mustache.
He has beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
Gotta give him that.
What market do you think he would do well in? Like what niche would he fit? Is there like a
bear?
Can you please say that again?
Bear.
You'd be a bear. Arr. See, he doesn't think he has bear qualities, but everyone tells him the same thing. You're like the third person to tell him that.
Growl for us.
Growl for him.
Grr.
Thank you very much.
It's like a bear cow. I got the bear in you.
What the hell? Wow.
Forget how
really
utterly
do
embarrassing
that
that
bear
conversation
bill.
was.
That you really do fit.
Apparently.
They really like you as a bear.
Yeah.
There aren't many bear pornos that are made. Why, if it's such a big thing?
I don't know. I always thought there were. There were booths after booth with like these big burly guys and chaps. So I was assuming that
the guy tried to grab his cock.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, right when Jimmy told him to take a look at me, the guy reached in for my.
See, that's another thing about these stupid conventions and stuff. They assume everyone there is fine with just being grabbed by another man, your cock being grabbed, your tits. Girls just right up there. Hey, guy will grab her pussy right there in front of everybody.
Yeah, and then it's commonplace there, but when you're not ready for it and the gay guy goes in for the grab, it's.
At least be ready for it, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, fluff up a little, stupid.
Make it plump.
I'm not gonna.
The guy did that bear.
Yeah, he did.
Well, it gets better. Now we get to talk to Tanya, the unconvincing tranny.
Oh yeah.
Her.
Oh boy,
what's this about?
I don't know. Don't look at me. I don't remember.
We interviewed Tanya last year, and she's a brutish-looking transvestite.
Hi, Daddy. One of those with the voice and everything.
Yeah, very like blonde, a lot of silicone injections in her lips, but uneven. So one lip is sort of like up there, there, and another one's down there, and it just doesn't look good. And Jim wanted to talk with her.
And Steve, you get some good news from her.
Yes, I do.
Okay, we're about to interview Tanya, who probably is the most unpassable tranny I've ever seen in my life. Who does she look like? Besides not any woman you've ever seen.
I think we interviewed Tanya last year.
We did, and it looks worse this year than it did last year.
I think there's a lot more surgery that's been done.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently by Dr. Brick. All right. Can we interview you for a radio show?
Okay, I remember y'all from last year.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah.
I know.
Okay, good. Sit down, sweetie.
All right, buddy.
We've been walking around AVN, and he wants to be a part of GayVN. Do you think that face would sell in adult films?
Sweetie, it ain't about the face, it's about the penis.
But by his face, what niche would he fit?
Only way his face is going to make it in the internet if there's a penis involved in his face.
So you're saying his face alone is not enough to sell anything?
Not in males. The only way a face is going to sell a male product is possibly to gays.
That's what I mean.
I'm sorry, you don't look like queer bait to me.
Wow, thank you. That's amazing.
Is that why you left that in there?
I'm so happy.
You're the first person to say that. Everybody else had said he fits the bear category.
You just wanted people to hear that you don't fit the queerbait category.
Yeah, can I have one piece of audio that defends me?
Is there?
No, that one?
That wasn't.
No.
A tranny that looks like a man saying you don't look right for the part.
It didn't look like queerbait.
You know what her face looks like? She looks like a boxer from like the 50s. Like she should, like the lip is kind of up, and just, she really looks like she's been knocked around a little.
Yeah, the cheekbones weren't really even.
You still say she.
Wait, well, oh yeah, out of respect. Hold on, I'll give you the website.
Out of respect.
Out of respect. All right, next is Delilah Strong.
Delilah Strong. That was
anything?
I don't know. She's a porn actress. Laszlo and I interviewed her. Oh, she wanted to tell us how she got into the porn business.
Okay, with Smash Pictures, I guess she works for. Right?
Oh yeah, we were at the Smash Pictures booth, and yeah, we were advised to go ask her how she got into the porn business by Yoshi. Actually,
answer is always a drunk uncle, a bottle of whiskey,
and
a
not far off
summer night with an open window.
Delilah, I've seen you in a few movies. I think you were in Brandon Irons' 50 to 1, right?
That's right.
And how long have you been in the business?
2 years. I have over 150 movies out to date.
And what prompted a lovely girl such as yourself to get into this business?
Well, my mom was in the business, so it was kind of an opening door for me.
Sweet. Who's your mom?
Deborah Cox. 81, 82. She put out about 12 movies. A lot of girls.
A lazy bitch.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it was probably my first sexual experience that really made me understand that I was such a whore.
And tell us about your first sexual experience.
I was 14. I was over at my girlfriend's house, and her dad was kind of flirting with me. She went to bed early. We were hanging out. Long story short, I ended up sucking his dick. And at the very last moment when he came, I didn't realize that people didn't swallow. I kind of thought that's what you're supposed to do. So I swallowed it, and so I've always been a swallower. And after that, after I told my friends about it, they said I was such a dirty whore, and I said, you know what? There's only one line of work for me.
What did your friend do when she found out that you sucked her dad's dick?
She didn't talk to me anymore. I didn't have a lot of friends in high school because I fucked everybody's boyfriends. So
It's a good way to make a lot of enemies.
It happens, but fuck it, right? Sex is sex.
At least she tied it all up in the end with that explanation. Sex is sex.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, one more clip from the porn.
Wait, can we just maybe, jerk off to that one for a while?
Fantastic was that. And that's so wrong. You're supposed to vilify that guy. But
what a filthy, filthy whore she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to think, oh, my God, that man is awful.
And the whole time Laszlo and I are talking to her, she's pulling her panties down and showing us her vag. And I think the two of us at that point had been so desensitized we didn't even notice that it was going on. Well, maybe Laszlo did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where was that going?
I don't know that you
didn't notice the vag.
Yeah, you didn't notice the vag. You could be in bear porno and tranny grabbed your cock.
So
right.
Why wouldn't you notice the vag?
I think I was so taken back by the story.
Yeah,
maybe not.
Yeah, I think you.
If I had a mousetrap, I'd smash my hand in it, but I don't think.
Yeah. So
you didn't notice.
You really just sit here. You love the fact that I'm sweating now.
Why are you sweating?
It's so long.
What?
They really are dainty lashes.
Thank you.
They're very long.
Clockwork Orange eyes.
And how many vages do you have to see before you don't notice them
You're
anymore?
desensitized.
I don't know. I've seen a lot. I watch a lot of porn.
So
I should have just.
Well, no. After talking to all the men, you didn't notice the dirty thing with teeth.
Oh yeah. Filthy hatchet wound. I just didn't pay attention.
Dirty pillars.
It seems logical, I guess. What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone out there,
Yeah, I should have kept that comment to myself.
Yeah. For a guy with chains on his chest tries to grab your cock, why would you notice a vagina?
Right.
You're absolutely right. I apologize.
Why would you try to cleanse the palate with a nice young vag?
No, she was lovely. I just didn't notice until Laszlo brought it up. But okay.
150 movies or whatever it was in 2 years.
She's a busy girl.
Yeah. She used to tuck her pussy in so she doesn't close the car door on it. What a mess.
Jesus. One more clip. It's Delilah Strong.
You were essentially molested at 14. And you just thought
He's
it
way
was
to kill the
acceptable?
vibe, Steve.
You just start blowing guys all the time?
I didn't consider being sexually molested. I wanted it. I probably antagonized him a little. You know, wearing little short shorts and flirting, but, you know, I guess it's considered molestation.
I think in any court in any state in this country it would be called molestation.
Sexy.
That's true. Fuck it.
Way to go, Ironside.
Yeah.
This hot story. Well, technically, I think that violates.
What are you trying to do? Break her down into tears?
Well, I was kind of.
You're right. Oh my God, where am I in my life?
I didn't want to sit there acting like I condoned it. It was sort of like I wanted to see what her reaction
You're
would
at the
be. Had
porn convention, not the church.
But that, it was a hot story. But
You
at
go,
some
good,
point,
good. I'm glad he fucked you. Did Mom come in too?
You
That's
should
how
be-
it's supposed to go.
You should start your own lawyer show, Perry Cockblocker. What's the matter with
she
you?
didn't mind. It obviously wasn't a big deal after I said you were molested.
She even said it was, she was kind of
provoking the
asking for
situation.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's go to
Awful as
Brian
that.
on Long Island. Brian.
Yo, yeah, I want to know if Jimmy likes playing with the fucking yam bags.
No, sir.
No, sir?
No.
He sounds like listening to this show that he does. I mean, him and Steve were getting more excited over gay guys than they would over
No.
So what you don't
Jim was
understand,
getting
what you don't
excited.
understand is this. To get the audio, I agree with the guys. Most of the audio you're going to get is just going to be nonsense. So I figured we would do something silly and try to get guys just to confirm that Steve looks like a bear to make him uncomfortable. That doesn't constitute liking playing with the yam bag.
I think you guys like. I think
The fact
he
that you
likes
have to
playing with the
explain
yam bag.
that.
Hold on, what's
You
that,
wanna
sir?
reach through and hit him.
I definitely think he likes playing with a yam bag over there. It sounds like.
No, sir.
Untapped.
That's not what it is.
All right.
Awfully mean-spirited.
Travis from West Virginia.
Hey, this is Travis. I got to confirm Steve's desensitizing thing about pussies. Work in a strip club, and after you see about 50 or 60 of them things every 2 or 3 days, you don't even look at them anymore.
I agree with you, sir, but right after you're talking to a bunch of gay guys and one with a chain who calls you a bear and goes grr, and then you go grr back, to not notice a vagina is a little odd.
And Steve did go grr back.
Louder and more enthusiastically than he had to.
I certainly did not.
You did so.
I could have done it with my mouth closed.
You and your pretty eyes. He got cocky after that, too. Like he was opening his eyes wide, talking to everybody.
Which clip?
I did not.
Which clip was it where Steve went grr back?
Oh, please.
Steve, which clip is it?
Was it at the end of one of the
It was one of the Tiger clips, I think.
Yeah,
I remember
it
it
was
was
one
named
with
Tiger.
All right, hold on. man. Let me see if I got it.
Grabbed my dick.
Growl for it.
Hey, get off for him.
Grr.
It's like a bear cub. I got the bear in you.
Ew.
Yeah, that was sexy.
Why would you agree to the grr?
Because Stupid here was prodding me to do it. Just do
So
it.
what?
Just do it.
So what? I wouldn't have girded Tiger.
You certainly would have.
Tiger girded you when you gird back at him. That's what happens in the community.
You were, it's a shame we don't have video of him, like, nudging me. Just go along with it. Go along
It
with it.
just came out. It was an instinct. Tiger went grr, and Steve went grr. They're like the Masons. It's like the one gives like the sign, and Steve gave the secret grr shake back.
Yeah.
I did not. I did not.
Well, it sounds like you two had a lot of fun there.
we did have
blast.
fun. Jimmy and I
Great.
always have fun at the porn awards. Porn convention.
Porn awards,
It was-
porn conventions,
it was,
strippers,
cute.
dirty whores.
Yeah.
Well, we took care of it, so you guys didn't have to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Big fake tits that they think look good. They
See a
wear
lot
these
less.
little
Actually,
things
I saw a lot less fake tits. Apparently, the fake
stretched
tits
over
are,
breastbones. Like the
fake tits are becoming very passe. I think. I didn't see a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You think?
know.
You don't care.
Sorry to keep you up there.
No,
Jimmy.
I'm just getting my schedule back, man. It's gonna be a little while. I flew yesterday.
Still on LA time. Yeah.
No, I just take pills when I fly. And I had a delay at the airport,
Valium?
and the flight was delayed, and a fucking an hour I had to wait for my car because they forgot to make the reservation. So I called up, and I'm screaming. I've never screamed on the phone like this. I'm like, the dopey fuck, the incompetent cocksucker who made this reservation. And the guy's like, oh, it was me. And he admitted to it. He's like, I'm sorry, it was just really busy.
Wow.
So I kind of felt silly. I got me a car. I was like, whoops.
Let's go to Bukaki. Bukaki.
Hey, guys, I love your show. I subscribe to XM just to get you guys. But another story, I was a bouncer for like 3 years. Every time I saw tits and pussy, man, I screamed like a little schoolgirl. I thought that they were going to think that I was a pussy to them or something, but fucking A, it's great every time.
Exactly. Thank you, sir, very much.
All right.
Steve got tired of it after 4 minutes.
I didn't get tired of it.
She did.
I just didn't notice.
I just don't get it.
All right, thank you.
Desensitized doesn't make sense.
All right, well, we're going to go to break, regroup here. As we go to break, in honor of the porn convention, these guys having fun, we're going to go old school with a little track from our Demented World CD. We haven't played this in a while. It's called Hi Mom, I'm in Porn. And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. It's a virus. And it is spreading all over America and Canada, actually, as well.
Yes.
We haven't
we are
heard
in
from the
Canada.
Canadians in a long time.
It's a build up there in Canada. They're building.
And we're gonna go to Toronto in the fall.
Why in the fall? Why don't we go July or August?
Spring?
Why not the dead of summer?
Summer?
Yeah. I've never been in Canada in the summer.
How about we go in, spring. Late spring.
All right.
We'll go in late
as
spring.
As long as it's not cold. That's what I'm getting at.
Why don't you? I'm doing Aspen this year. It's like March something, the comedy festival. Why don't you guys broadcast from up there for a day in Colorado?
In Aspen, Colorado?
Sure.
I would love to
hang
go to
out
Aspen,
in Aspen.
Colorado.
Why not?
Well,
let's
that
get
must
that
be
done.
nice.
Yeah, I just thought of it. I mean,
let's get that done. That'll never happen. Great.
Why wouldn't it happen?
I don't know. It's just one of those things that sounds like a great idea, so it shouldn't happen.
Comedy festival. There'll be a lot of comics. So you have no problem getting people on. I mean,
we should be at that comedy festival.
I completely agree.
We should be at the Montreal Comedy Festival every
Yes.
summer. That's another great thing to be
Absolutely.
Can you get a direct flight to Aspen, or do you have to take one of those goddamn little shaky planes?
I went once. The little plane you take is not a little prop plane. It's fine. I was comfortable with it on United. I was comfortable.
Wow.
Years ago. I don't know what
you
else they
went
have.
on it.
Yes.
Well, that
Yeah.
sells me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay going.
Then
Well,
I'm in.
We should try to figure that out. That would be a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're doing the Super Bowls thing, or Super Bowl thing on Thursday. We haven't heard from Matt, though, who took the mousetrap to the scrotum. The video's up on Opie and Anthony. It's been downloaded a lot.
Better not pussy out on us.
I don't know, but that other guy, he's in. He's coming down Thursday. And we have a promo now to hype the thing. And it was made by Bill and Bobby. Who's Bobby? You're Bobby? Bobby?
This is a lot of responsibility to put on interns, pretty much.
You're Bobby?
That's Bobby.
Hi, I'm Opie. And I hate the Rangers.
You just hit the light.
Oh,
Yeah, fix that. Just
great. Wow, you come flying in here.
No, the other way.
No, you got to push
No,
the... Don't pull that.
Not that. Don't pull that thing.
Dude,
Just
no,
turn no, don't touch it. Touch the bottom part first of all, like down. No, there,
base.
right
The
there,
base.
on below.
The
now
base.
turn.
Just sit down, dude. You got to sit down.
Turn it clockwise.
No.
Slightly. No,
I'm fucking not going to like.
Too
No,
much.
no, you are shaking the shit out of that.
You're a little
You
nervous.
ever work a light?
Never worked a light.
Holy shit!
See, the
All right,
cameraman
do it.
doesn't need light on him.
Counterclockwise. Don't touch that part when you do it
two
counterclockwise.
hands.
Clockwise is there. Counter is up one.
Watch your
Right.
headphones. Your headphones
now
are
go
caught in the
counter.
thing. Your headphones are caught in the thing.
Counterclockwise.
Pull it back.
Move the chair out of the way.
Yeah, watch out.
God.
All right.
All right.
Now, move
Now,
it.
don't touch the bottom part.
They're all
At
nervous
all.
for touching their lights.
Now counterclockwise.
There you go.
This is a union job, by the way.
Counterclockwise. Oh my God.
No, we're not just fucking with you. That's
Counterclockwise.
clockwise. You
It's
just
clockwise.
Counterclockwise is this
The
way.
other way. Right.
All right, good.
Perfect.
That's it.
All right.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sit down, Bobby.
Now, how did you come to this show?
He just knocked the whole thing again.
Yeah, dude, you keep looking at your chair.
God.
What are you doing? You keep looking at it. Watch it shaking.
Now it's on the cameraman.
Oh my God, Bobby.
This isn't looking too good, is it?
Not so.
No,
Who cares?
it's never a good sign when the cameraman has to put down his camera. To
Now
fix
he's got
his
to
lights.
fix the light again.
Who cares? It's 2020 and you're knocking the equipment around.
Yeah,
no
it's
big
no
deal.
big deal.
It's a
Look how
local
fast
show.
he does it. Just a local show. It's just 2020.
Just a local Earth show.
Yeah, I think it is only on this planet.
Yeah, you know.
All right. Now, how did you come to us?
I was a Ron and Fez intern.
Right, he was a Ron and Fez intern.
You're a Ron and Fez reject?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really
What
a
happened?
reject. I thought I did good enough, to work on both shows, actually.
So how do you get that? Like, whose job is it to say, hey, you work there now?
I wanted to continue my internship, and Steve suggested that I go to the Opie and Anthony show to help.
Oh, so Steve vouched for him. You vouched for this guy.
I didn't necessarily vouch for him, but he
There
wanted
it is.
to.
The famous, no one takes responsibility for shit around this place.
I knew that he had done well with Ron and Fez, and he wanted to stay on. So, keeping that in mind, I said, "Come on over." But I didn't. I wasn't. We did tell him during the interview that he wasn't going to get any special treatment.
He's getting special treatment. He's doing your promos.
Yeah,
he and Bill had actually asked a while ago if they could start writing
But
stuff.
that's
so I
special
gave
treatment.
That is special treatment. What other
it?
intern
See,
could
he
walk
went
up
from
to you?
getting coffee to doing promos.
Well,
That's
no,
special
no.
treatment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear it.
Doesn't matter. It's still special. That's still
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I want to give him.
It's already in. This is in rotation, isn't it?
It might have aired once. I only finished it maybe half an hour ago.
Also, just because somebody's able to work on the Ron and Fez show does not necessarily mean they'll be able to work with our show.
Right. I don't-
Retarded Paul, for instance, lasted his entire internship on Ron and Fez. If he was here, he would have been thrown out a window within minutes.
Well, retarded Paul did ask if he could come over, and we.
Oh, he did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
they both did, and we said, Bobby,
All right.
yeah.
Well, what's this promo about?
This is promoting Thursday's Super Balls contest.
And it's Bobby,
and
formerly of the Ron and Fez show, and famous Bill.
Yo.
Who Bill is great with getting things, building things. If you need something done in minutes, Bill will do it. He's the go-to guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, creatively, I've read some of his stuff. I've read his script for the Opie and Anthony movie.
What? Creepy.
Oh, Jimmy, you got to read this. It is so frightening. I could barely get through it. He's got me, like, what was my character? Like, I grew up.
Like the guy from Oliver Twist.
Yeah. I'm like the other kid from Oliver Twist. The one that taught him how to pick pockets and stuff.
Yeah, that guy.
What? Who, Fagin? Nutsy Fagin or whatever his name was?
The Dodger?
No, Artful Dodger or something.
Oh.
That's what he's got me growing up like I was on the streets at 7 years old picking pockets.
Example. You never actually read my real script.
Oh, that was the fake one you gave me? Why?
That was just a throwaway thing my friend and I wrote together.
All right, what's the
That's
real
a good thing to
script?
do at pitch meetings. You hand it to them. We don't like
Yeah.
it. Well, that's not it.
Someone handed it to them. I was just
All
showing
right,
someone
listen,
else.
Bill, you got 1 minute to describe or explain the Opie and Anthony movie.
Okay.
The real one.
The real one.
Oh, that movie?
Yeah.
That was a joke. There's no...
No, the real one.
And why are you
Oh,
sweating so
Holy
bad?
sweat like
you
a
have the
pig.
worst... I ran here from like 48th and Madison. I was almost going... I have school in 20 minutes. So Bobby calls me. It's like they're gonna.
I've never seen him nervous before.
He's got the
I know,
worst
look
pit
at him.
stains ever.
Bill's nervous. He's got like sweat on the forehead.
I ran here. Whatever.
All right.
Good.
Whatever.
He's nervous that you're not going to like his promo, so he's.
No, the promo I can't care about. I know that promo's genius.
Oh, see, so no matter what we
All right,
say,
so
he knows
screw
he
the
did
movie
good.
thing.
Okay.
Let's get into the promo.
Let's get
We'll
into
do the movie
promo.
thing next time you're here.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
I like this. It looks professional though. This is the way you want to hand it in.
You could keep that in.
There's like notes on the back. Oh, it's. I read some of it. I was stunned.
It was a joke, and it was never meant to be read.
All right, so you guys did a
Never meant to
promo
be-
for
type it up,
the
don't read
Super
it.
Bowl thing we're
Contest.
doing Thursday.
Yeah, those bald guy. It's in the form of a monster truck promo, so you have to take that into consideration.
Let's take that into consideration then.
All right. And why did you recruit Bobby?
Bobby and I do a lot of good work together, and
So you're like a comedy team, maybe?
oh yeah, sure, why not?
Something like that. Yeah, me and Bill did work. Ron and Fez, we did work, and then anytime he needed to do work for Opie and Anthony, I would help him. So we're pretty much like, I guess, the intern team around here.
Inseparable.
You could call it that, Jim.
All right, here's the
Is
promo.
this like Earth 2 bit?
No.
No?
Here's the promo.
The following promo was written by interns.
Thursday.
Okay. I put the disclaimer. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Steve put some fucking disclaimer on there.
'Cause I had to voice
want
it.
to take responsibility for it.
You bet your ass I don't want to take
But he's saying
responsibility.
it's brilliant.
Yes.
Well, good.
Don't
let
you
'em.
see brilliance when it's right in front of you?
It's brilliant
No.
in the way that John Crifalusi, who made Ren and Stimpy, was brilliant. That type of brilliant.
Wow, you're really going with the brilliance. Dude, I love the way everyone is petrified around this place. No place works better than a place full of fear. And Steve felt he wanted to put a disclaimer because he was afraid he would have to be responsible for this.
Well, my voice is on it. It would be one thing if they actually voiced it, but they wanted me to voice and produce this whole thing.
This
so.
place is run like Stalin is running. It's just everyone's afraid that the next person that screws up gets thrown out.
I was
a
all
window.
nervous before with the audio. Did you cut it up? Did you listen to it? Is it good?
Yeah. Is it good? No one wants to fail on this show.
No.
All right. Well.
All right. We know it's not you, Steve.
So, Steve, you put the disclaimer in case it's not good.
Correct.
All right. Here we go.
The following promo was written by interns.
Thursday, February 2nd. Opie and Anthony, the shock jocks who are so extreme to the core they force their listeners to have sex in a church, present the most extremely awesome event in satellite radio history, the first annual Super Bowl.
Man, I can't wait to see the Seahawks play the Steelers.
Wrong, douchebag. Reigning champ Matt the pill-popping construction worker will defend his balls of steel against the revenge-seeking pride of Puerto Rico, the Connecticut king of cock, Raphael. Yeah, he's gonna be cock. Open-handedly beat your kids to sleep, sock your significant other in the face, kick your boss where he wears his yarmulke, and brace yourself for some really, really straight, non-homosexual balls-to-the-wall action.
Fuck yeah, extreme to the max.
It's gonna be an all-out, nut-bashing, cocks-clashing, high-heel-stomping, pig-fucking, big-ball-busting bonanza.
Shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker.
This is your Sultan of Smut, Steve Z. God bless America.
Whoa.
Wow.
To me, that sounds 1% intern, 99% Steve C.
Yeah.
He voiced it.
I told you I voiced
They
it.
wrote it.
Oh,
They wrote the whole thing.
They
wrote it.
voiced it.
So you just like a robot went in there and voiced it.
Right.
Okay.
I took their script, which was very specific. All
Yeah.
the sound effects were outlined in a script, and everything has its place. It's very deliberate.
All right.
You liked it to a point. Because it's your...
You gave it an
decide.
energy.
And you decide if we're going to run it or not.
I didn't want to... I'm not going to produce a half-assed piece of production, even if they... they wrote it. I'll
Yeah. I'll tell you the one line I didn't like though in the beginning when it says Opie and Anthony the shock jocks who were so extreme that it was just too long.
What?
With the Sex in the Church thing.
Was that in there?
Yeah. Sex in the Church.
You know what?
It's not that bad.
It's not all that bad.
I didn't say it was all that bad.
I didn't think it was that. And as far as the monster truck thing goes, it's a very good parody of that. I like when you lose your mind and just curse crazy. That's very funny.
Thank you.
Is that you?
Understands it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just completely out of context. It's one of those just because it's high energy, it's someone exploding like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought that was funny.
See, Steve, they do get it.
I'm glad. I'm
I said there's a line here between Steve saying it's fucking an Ed Wood production and Bill painting it like it's Woody Allen's Moose Bit. I think there's a balance in there somewhere.
I think it's somewhere in that gray area lies the truth.
You just made a Woody Allen Moose Bit reference? That's amazing.
Well, that's the most, when you think
That's
of...
his most famous...
It's a brilliantly written piece of comedy. So, I mean, there's no really no
right.
other. I could say the Jim Norton, Liz Taylor, Harry Hat thing, but that's just too self-serving.
Can't stand Woody
That's
Allen.
going too.
As a stand-up?
Oh, I can't stand him on any
Did you
level.
ever hear his stand-up?
His movie, yes, I've heard his stand-up.
dude,
It's
he's the
awful
best.
on the Comedy Channel.
He's the best.
All right, hold on.
It made me want to throw my XM down the toilet, buy a Sirius, and fuck your mother.
Raphael from Connecticut has a problem with the promo. Raphael, he's going to be one of the contestants in Super Bowl on Thursday. Yes.
Yes, the promo was fine and all, but I am not Puerto Rican. I am an Italian. So,
Yeah, we didn't know what nationality you were, so
boy.
based on Raphael, we just assumed it was Puerto Rican.
We took a shot.
Good assumption.
Yeah, of course.
Not
right.
that's a bad thing.
Just wanted to clarify that up. Other than that, promo sounds good.
Yeah, we'd hate to mix up the ethnicity when you put your scrotum on a fucking mouse glue trap.
You're right, Jimmy. You're right.
Hey,
all right, guys.
wait, no.
What's up?
Hold on. We got Matt, who you're going up against. You guys have not talked on the radio together yet, right?
No.
Yeah, Matt was the one that stole your bit, came in here, was very successful with it, and now the video is all over the world. It's being downloaded everywhere. We have Matt on the line. He's taking on Raphael this Thursday in Super Bowl. Matt,
Yes.
what's going on?
What's going on? Sorry I didn't call back earlier.
Raphael, what do you have to say to Matt?
Your balls look small on video.
He's talking some smack. Little ball smack.
Ramon, this man has AIDS. That's all you got, buddy. My fucking balls are made of fucking steel, you motherfucker. Really, really. I like that little New York accent you got there. Sorry, not from CT like you're from. NYC. You don't even know how to spell your fucking state, you asshole? Yeah. Do you even know how to spell it? I heard you the other day. CT versus NYC. What the fuck is that? Get a fucking book. Get a book. Wait till I teabag you. You try me, buddy, all right? I already put my fucking balls in there. You didn't do shit. You just fucking sat home and jerked off to it.
This is the worst shit-talking session I've ever
gosh.
heard.
Goddamn Puerto Ricans.
They're trying so hard
to
talk smack.
Why don't you go to a library? Yeah, I'll bet you go to a mall once.
CT.
Yeah, what's with that state? Two letters.
But you can't spell it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is tough.
You know what? I'm going to let my balls do the talking on Thursday. That's all.
Let your balls do the talking.
And hopefully they'll say, hey, why are we detached from that body?
All right, so Matt and Raphael, what do you got planned for your balls, though? You got to bring in your own torture devices.
Oh, I do? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got to be creative here, people.
Yeah,
All right.
Raphael's bringing in glue traps.
Oh, spare me.
Now, that doesn't sound very painful unless, Raphael, he is Italian, so I'm thinking hairy balls. And that might hurt ripping it off.
Yes. All right.
Or how about
I'm
this?
not so there. Yeah.
If one of you is uncut, you take the glue trap and you put your dick head with the foreskin on the glue trap, and then you peel it back off with the helmet caught in it.
What about a double trap on
I
both
don't
sides
know
like Jack?
how involved the dick is going to be. This is a ball contest.
Open the cock hole and just put the corner of the paper inside. Or you get the paper cut across the head.
Yeah, well, Raphael said earlier that he's willing to do a piercing, right?
Yes, sir. I'll pierce my balls.
All right. Matt, what do you got for that?
What do I got for that? I could pierce. I could do a double trap on my fucking cock.
A double mouse trap?
Double mouse trap on each side of my scrotum.
And Raphael, what do you say to that?
I could do a double also, and I'll throw in an electric mouse trap. Oh, I know, electric.
All right.
You guys don't talk until he does something.
Matt,
so I want to see him do something.
Matt, what do you say to that?
What do I say to that? I'll dip my scrotum into some icy hot or whatever you guys got over there. You know what? I'll bring it all in.
Yeah, icy hot. And do we have electric mousetrap?
Not yet.
No.
Raphael, what do you say to that?
Let's do it. Yeah, icy hot, no problem.
All right.
Let's do it, motherfucker.
This is going to be the
I
worst
think
contest ever.
If one of them takes the electric mousetrap to the nutsack, I'll be floored. Because people were just sticking their fingers in there, and it was hurting.
Yeah, Nathaniel had a tough time with that.
Yeah.
A couple months back.
So to shock your testicles.
All right, game on Thursday. It's Raphael from Connecticut and Matt from New York City. They're doing the Super Bowl this coming Thursday on the Opie and Anthony program.
That's right.
Lucky us. All right, guys.
All righty. See you Thursday.
All right. You got to work on your trash talking. We want to, build this up all week.
We had a big monster truck type promo running, and then you two can't talk smack with each other.
Yeah. You guys stay on hold. We got to get info from you.
All right.
You think the driver of Gravedigger and the driver of Bigfoot stand there face to face and just go, yeah, where are you from? Huh? Bet you can't spell your state.
XM says no electric mouse traps.
Why?
I don't know. When we were on the phone with DC last week, they told us, yeah, go ahead, just nothing with electricity.
It's low voltage.
It's batteries.
Or it's high voltage, low amperage.
How bad could the electricity be?
It just kills a mouse.
Batteries.
Exactly. That's a lot for your balls.
Why no electricity?
Do you want? I don't know.
don't
They
know.
just said no. I would assume it would be dangerous.
It's a grand invention, been around for years.
Well,
We
God
should be able
forbid
to
we
use
do
it.
something that's dangerous. Maybe they could sit on marshmallows and we could all just sit around and laugh.
Aw, that'll be cute.
Yeah.
Jesus.
See how many Cocoa Puffs you can pick up.
Right. I know. It's like
stupid contest.
The answer was because it's dangerous. Well, isn't that the whole theme of this contest?
It's not fun unless there's an element of danger to the guy's balls.
I have an idea. Maybe a guy could just tickle his testicles gently and we can all point and laugh.
That'll work.
No.
Although he might feel bad.
Ooh,
The lawyers don't want him.
How about this? Maybe the contest can change. Emotional pain. That's what we can go for. You're not valid. Ooh.
Ooh. All right.
Low self-esteem. Yeah.
Well, Bobby, good job with the promo, Bill.
You guys
Good
liked
job.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
it's
wasn't as bad
not as
everyone
bad
said
as
it was.
Steve.
Well, it was original. We didn't want to do O&A Party Rock.
I
with a
don't
song
pump
behind
it up now.
Yeah.
We gave you credit for it.
Exactly.
The credit
Don't
deserved.
now start pumping it up.
Like it was Citizen Kane. Well, it was all the camera work. It was the shadows. And
And you watch the light.
But with these two guys, the best part of the whole contest is going to be the promo.
Unfortunately.
It wasn't. It wasn't a joke. It was the best part.
No, it was a joke.
It was
you
a
can't
joke.
pull the joke away after it's out and say it's not a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
Keep talking.
Anthony says it was a joke. It was a joke. That's how it works in this room. I don't know how it is from 10 to 2.
I gotta go.
Or 11 to 2.
Bobby, they're saying you have to go, so why
Yeah.
don't you do that? It was great.
There you go.
I relax.
I listened to Bobby on the Ron and Fez show, and he was pretty high up on the totem pole.
Was he?
He's being knocked down a couple of notches
That's
on
all
the
right.
Opie and Anthony show.
He looks
here.
like the one intern that we used to have. Who was the one guy we used to have?
Stupid.
Oh, you know,
Stupid number 1, stupid
that,
number 8.
That
Which
guy
one?
was a dummy, too. I don't remember who he is.
Yeah.
Look at him trying to get past the light now.
Stop being so
It
ginger.
is
Just
taking
go.
him forever.
Jesus.
There he goes. You
Fucking
moved it, by the way. Look at the
traipsing.
cord. Look at the cord.
Let's go to Jason in Indiana. He's a new prescriber, according to the
Prescriber.
Welcome,
according to the screen here.
Jason.
Jason,
Yeah.
what's up?
No, man, it's fun to see you guys are some funny fuckers.
Hold on. Stupid Bill just tripped over a
Bill
light.
just hit the light. These guys are fucking mutants.
I've been listening to you guys for about a month on DirecTV. I'm going out and getting me an XM radio this weekend.
All right.
You guys.
Very good.
So you've been listening, and you haven't, what is that to the service?
Subscribed.
Yeah, we'll go out and get an XM this weekend.
All right.
Sorry,
I
Jim.
got a good idea for that ball thing.
Good
What?
idea.
What?
Yeah, if I can make them shave their sack, dry shave it, and dump lemon juice on it.
Dry shave and then lemon juice.
Yeah.
That sounds a little
You
nasty.
tried this?
No way.
How do you know it works then?
Because lemon juice burns in paper cuts, so it's got to hurt when you dry shave it and dump it.
Well,
So what is it now? You listened on DirecTV, and then what did you decide to do with XM?
I'm going to go buy an XM radio.
yeah, but you can't just buy it. You have to get the service.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to fill in the blank. You
What's the
have
word
to-
I'm looking for? God, I can't.
Be not an idiot.
No, you have to sign up for the service.
You do the
have
same thing for
to-
magazines, I think, and newspapers.
Prescribe to it?
Yes.
What is it? What is that?
Prescribe?
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. One more time, sir.
Prescribe?
Yes, prescribe to it.
Yes.
That's what I was
Do you have any
looking
prescriptions already?
I see what you're saying. I said subscription earlier.
Yes, earlier you said subscription,
That's because I took too many.
but it's prescribe, right?
All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right, just
Later.
There goes
Makes
Jason.
us feel better about ourselves when we can point out how stupid others are.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much the object of this program.
in L.A. I was at my friend's house, and I did actually check you out on DirecTV for a few minutes. It was really bizarre. Flipping to 2 and then 1 back.
One back.
You
Right
creeps
there.
are yapping. Yeah, it was kind of
When
weird.
you make that mistake, and you think you're going up a channel, and you go down one, and there we are.
Well,
Hello.
30 seconds, or not even 10 seconds after I was on it, I heard, fucking cocksucker. And I'm like, this is what people do. They flip back, they hear something outrageous for a second. They're like, oh, what is this? I don't see any picture, but I have to listen. Just dirty mouths.
It's been working.
Yeah. So, are you guys going to be able to use any of this footage, 2020 people?
Come on.
Yeah.
For B-roll? Oh, yeah. Like, what is going to be on 2020 from this part of the segment? Be honest. Be
Well,
completely honest with us.
Well, we wanted to come here to introduce the audience to Jim Norton, and then we're going to take him out to Times Square with a hidden camera today.
Right.
And he's going to be cursing in front of people that aren't expecting it.
Right.
And then we'll see if they're our hour is about rudeness, so we want to see how they react.
But
to
what part of this are you going to be using?
Jim had a couple of good jags there about his car rental episode was good, and you guys were.
Where he's cursing, maybe a little bit, right?
No, they don't want the cursing.
They don't want the cursing,
right?
We'll end up bleeping everything, but
yeah,
yeah,
I would assume they'd have to bleep.
Oh, yeah,
So
well,
basically, this has
television.
been a big waste of time.
No, it's not. It hasn't been, because I'll tell you exactly what this is going to be used for.
All right.
The day we fuck up again and get fired, they will have all this footage of us to use and run on how the two idiot DJs did it again, and here they are.
Exclusive
That's
footage.
what all this is going in the vault
It
somewhere.
goes into the library.
And gets tagged for the next time we fuck up and lose our jobs.
All right.
Because it will happen. It's happened 2 times before. It's the only way we can end this career of ours.
All right, let's move on to Hans the trucker. Hans.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Hans.
Hi, Hans.
Hey, sweet cheeks.
Hi.
Hey, are you guys going to do like a wiffle butt challenge pretty soon? Get off this gay shit? Great bit you guys are doing, but come on now.
Yeah, well, sir, gays are a part of our society, and if we decide to talk about it for a day, I see no problem in that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see on the message board. You know, as soon as Norton gets back, they start talking about the gay stuff.
Can I throw in a disclaimer? That character that you were doing is
mine.
Opie's character,
No, it's not.
angry typing guy.
Yeah, I wasn't. That was not. That was a different
You
guy.
must ask
That was definitely
permission.
angry typing
That
guy.
was angry typing guy.
Anthony asked permission before
I
he
asked
does
permission before
angry
I
typing
ever.
guy.
I would never just do. It's Opie's character.
And you'd have to do this better.
Because I wasn't doing. I was
and
doing.
You didn't put your hands
exactly.
into it.
I'm not doing angry. I'm deaf guy who's a little informed improperly. See, you're different. You peck are different. My guy types well.
All right. Thank you.
My guy types well.
The deaf guy has fluid typing.
Just trying to get the gay out of the show.
This'll do it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me with that big cock. Yes, 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 yes. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Cleanse the palate.
Oh, oh, yeah. Fuck me, oh, God. Fuck, fuck,
Who is
fuck.
this? It's awful. It really is bad.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that gritty voice. Yuck.
Oh, yeah. 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 Oh. Oh. Fuck yes. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Ew. Someone's raping the nanny.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me. Give me that fucking cock. Push harder. Yeah. Push it harder. Oh, fuck yes. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah.
It's not sexy.
Good.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, terrific.
I bring nothing to the table.
Oh, that was the guy talking?
I would have been more turned on listening to Jean Stapleton get her cervix checked.
I think that's what that was.
That was fucking awful. Overacting in porn wrecks it. If a girl tried that shit with me, I would lose my erection immediately.
Hey, this is a good question from Joe. Joe, what's up?
Hey, Jimmy said he had some audio of himself doing one of those screaming orgasms. I was just wondering, I know this isn't getting the gay out of the show, but what about it, Jim?
Do you know, I thought of that earlier in the show because they were talking about like my weight loss, and I was thinking about, there's a video from years ago of me being blown, and I just how bad my stomach looks in it. But I have audio of me coming, which I will bring in.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yes, you do.
Why?
The audio, not the video.
Is it long or is it
I don't remember.
short?
It was just like, it was just the echo.
You got to bring that.
That was awful.
Oh,
You got to bring
It's
that.
I
awful.
don't know if I ever want to hear that.
Dude, it's really it's not
Mike
good.
from Connecticut. Mike?
You hear a guy's voice go, bye.
No.
Huh, Mike?
I got something about the ball thing.
The Super Bowl, this coming Thursday.
That's right. You guys got to get Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Have the guy drop his ball bag in between them and just beat the shit out of him.
Wow, that's really funny.
That conjures up an image.
Working the speed bag with the Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Breaks off them.
Hey, that's kind of funny, man.
All right, guys, punch it out.
All right, Randy from New York knows that last orgasm clip. Randy!
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, man.
Yo, I heard right before that woman had that orgasm, she did karaoke of Bobby McGee.
That is not funny, sir.
I didn't get it for a second.
Aaron, what's up?
Hey guys, happy birthday there, Jimmy. Had an idea for the ball bag.
Yeah.
What you do is you take a C-clamp and you get it nice and tight, and then they take turns making one full revolution on the handle. They did it in the military. You're going to get about 2 turns and you're done.
Now, is this on a testy or on the sack?
Just one. You get.
All right, that's how could you get a rotation off of that?
Of what?
I could see on the bag itself. You take a C-clamp and get it so it's just finger tight on a testy, and then you slowly. You could even do like quarter turn at a time, and then the other guy's got to do quarter turn, and then you go and you keep going until somebody taps out.
That's it.
That's really
that is really not good.
All right, let's go to Tony the Trucker. Now we're getting the ideas coming in. Tony!
Great.
Hey, what's up, boys? How you doing?
All right,
Happy
Tony.
birthday, Jimmy. Oh,
man, a couple for you. You know, fuck that C-Clan. We got to get some vice grips and clip them on there and just let them motherfuckers dangle there for a little bit, man. Maybe even look into like a stun gun. And if he's going to pierce his balls, have him hang a Christmas ornament from her. Tattoo his balls with the O&A virus. There you go.
This guy's thinking.
This guy's got a whole
a sick bastard.
whole slew of them. All right, Tony.
How about you get a rat and let him like nibble food off your balls? I was at my friend's house in L.A. and she has 2 rats. And
I mean she has 2 rats?
Pet rats.
Are you kidding?
No, I got actually video. I let a rat crawl up the outside of my pant leg.
Why? To get laid?
No, I didn't have sex with her. But I was saying the rat, one of them would walk by and nibble my arm, like they just pressure bite you.
You know more girls you don't fuck.
Dude, it's awful.
Than anyone I know. And you're in like situations where you're alone. You're in situations that should end in a fucking.
If you knew how close I came to landing a hot one in L.A., but I blew it because I'm a rookie.
What do you mean a rookie? You've been with
not in this.
hookers.
I was way out of my league here. Way out of my league. And
What? She was really hot.
Dude, way out of my league.
How did you blow it?
I didn't want to just bang her. I liked her. But I just
wanted some type of relationship.
I don't know what I wanted, but I fucking blew it. I just blew it because I'm a rookie and I blew it.
You had to know there was
explain.
Where was the point? How was the build-up? What happened that you fucked up? I want to know.
I was just like, because I knew I was leaving L.A.
Yeah.
So like she would say, "Call me," and I would always call her like in a couple of days when she would say, "Give me a call."
Oh, that's horrible.
No.
She said, "Call me," and you called. Wow, you did fuck that up.
But there's a game you play with a really hot chick where you can't act really interested. You know
Oh
that's
my
a reality.
God! What about honesty? What about you're a hot chick. I'm interested. You tell me to call you, and I'm going to call you.
That's fine. But when somebody says, when a hot chick gets hit on by here's what I realized. I'm a weenie. I'm a fucking weenie.
You're a weenie.
Dude, it was like when a hot chick like that, every guy she meets wants to fuck her. Every guy's asking her out. So, like, what keeps her interested is if you're something a little bit different.
A little bit different.
A little bit.
How about yourself? You, as an individual, are much different than the guys that probably hit on
You're right. But what happens is when you're so easily available for somebody, they lose interest. It's a reality. I'm the same way. If somebody is so readily available, I'm like, eh. So what happens is when somebody says call me, and then every other day you call them, not every day, but like you call them on schedule, and you're always ready to hang out with them, you're never not available. That person will be like, yeah, where's anything interesting about this?
But what about when you do call and you're being interesting, you're going out and doing things that are fun for that person and yourself, and then that would make her want you to
as
call
a friend,
her.
yes,
and
as a friend. Hey, this guy's fun to be with. He's a good guy, but he's no challenge at all. That does play into it, though. It does play into it. Chicks like that, it does play into it. There has to be a certain element, and I didn't have time to play the game because I was coming back to New York. So I was more honest. That was more honest. I wanted to call her, so I called.
Yeah.
I was being honest. And you know what it got me?
What?
A one-way ticket to Weeniesville.
What? So you called her, and then what happened? What started happening? Like you weren't getting it. You were getting the machine.
No. She would always call me back. I mean, she was never like cunty or anything. She's cool, but I think she just liked me as a friend. And I'm just fucking. I really wanted to shoot myself. Nothing made it was not about her. It was about what a zilch I am. Every time I like a chick for the right reasons, I get the fucking.
But you were
friend
on
routine.
a time constrained thing going on. You were coming back to New York. You knew it,
right?
So that kind of blew it for you more than you blowing it or her being what she's all about.
Nah,
it was more like just geography that fucked you up.
Well, meaning I wasn't looking for anything to happen. I wasn't even looking to bang her. It was like, but sometimes you want to know the person has some interest, and then all right, you see where it goes eventually down the road. But the person just had no interest. No interest.
See, but you say she calls you back. You don't understand relationships is what it is. You have a lack of understanding of a normal relationship. It usually does start out with going out to places.
Absolutely.
As not maybe as a friend, like, 10 years later you're still friends type friend, but it starts that way, and then it builds from there.
I agree. But you have to at least know the other person has some kind of interest in you other than friendship.
She seemed like there was... And not necessarily. As long as there's an interest there. See, you automatically think, I'm in the fucking friend category. Just because you're not fucking that night?
No.
Or there isn't this flirtatious thing going on?
Not even a peck on the lips. Like not even, like little, I've been dated enough to know when you, like I asked Dope, all right, how many times did you hang out with your girl before you kissed at all? Not even made out, just like a little bit of because there's a point where I was like, all right, she's a really hot chick. every guy she hangs with tries to fuck her. It's a reality for her. So I don't want to be a scumbag. I'm trying to be respectful. So how long do you hang out before you at least let the person know, like yeah, I am like every other jerk off that you know. I'm interested. Do you understand? There's like a line. You have to try to walk that balance. And I didn't kiss her at all. I pecked her on the cheek a little bit, but I got the vibe. And then she started going to school. She got really busy. She's just not interested in me in that way. And it was like...
You'd be a better judge because you were there.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think you have this misconception about a real relationship. Something you said you've been looking for.
I do. I Googled my ex-girlfriend from years ago. I'm not going to say her name just to do it.
Google her in the ass or what? You Google.
I saw a picture of her. She was fucking beautiful. It was
really.
It really bugged me. I was like, please God, let her be fat.
You don't want that.
Oh, was she fucking look good, man. So yeah, no, but it wasn't about sex though. It's like, but whenever I seem to like a girl for the right reasons,
yeah,
they just. Do I subconsciously pick chicks that I know aren't going to like me to like? Like girls that I think are funny. This girl actually made me laugh. She was funny. Like when I think a girl is funny or I like them, then they want to be buddies.
That sounds great.
But do you understand what I'm saying, though? It's like when I chicks are always like, oh, you don't like us for the right reasons. But when I do, I get like fucking. It's not about sex.
We got some advice from Rob on Long Island. Rob?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, Jimmy, next time you see yourself falling in the friend zone, you know, all you got to do is buy a motorcycle, join the Navy. You know, you don't want to, like...
What a callback.
This is one of the greatest callbacks in Opie and Anthony
Buy
history.
a motorcycle and join the Navy.
And then maybe get a job fucking at a checkout thing putting stickers on milk.
Produce and
yeah, milk. That whole story. All right, Rob.
That poor son of a bitch. He was so in love with a girl. And he was the guy that used to put the prices on produce and milk aisle at the grocery store. And he was in love with this girl and fell into the friend zone. And in one night at a bar, his best friend and roommate picked her up. He was in the Navy and had a motorcycle.
There was a connection that way.
I thought he would live downstairs.
Yeah, but
because he listened to him fucking her.
Yeah, but they weren't friends. There wasn't a best friend part.
Motorcycle guy?
Yeah, I don't think motorcycle guy.
Just lived downstairs?
Yeah.
So he takes her home.
And bangs her.
And he got to hear this girl he was in love with fucking Navy motorcycle guy.
When he just thought she was just a nice girl.
Yeah. How awful is that, man?
It's a great story.
This fucking...
Oh, there's so much heartbreak out there, man.
It really bummed me out.
It did? Did it really bum you out for a while?
It wasn't about sex, though. Yeah, it really wasn't. And she's hot. Man.
She's hot.
It wasn't about sex.
Fun to be with.
You were feeling a little of that love there, Jimmy.
I don't know if it was love. I can't be that upset. I don't think I was in love with her.
It wasn't lust, though. It was a little bit on the love.
How often did you think about her every day?
A lot.
If she popped into your head a lot?
Yeah, like we hung out a few times. The first time we hung out...
You were close, man.
The first time we hung out, she brought her roommate, so I'm like, oh, this sucks. But then it actually worked out to be really comfortable. Like, we all had a good time and got along. And maybe she's been on a lot of situations where, like, you run out of conversation, it's too much pressure. So the three of us, I had a really good time. So the next time we hung out, we wound up going, like, we went to lunch. Casual. You know, let's go to lunch.
It's not dinner.
And then I'm like, let's go to this other place. We're going to go to this place and walk around kind of like a mall. And she's like, let's go to the beach. So I'm like, I'm such a coward about doing anything. I'm like, nah.
That's kind of a sexy place to go, Jimmy.
Well, I'm following her in the car, and I'm like, what are you, a fucking idiot? You dumb motherfucker. Stop being such a coward and go. So we get to this other parking deck. I'm like, you know what? Let's go. So we go to the beach. We're walking around in Venice. We sit on the beach. We're chatting, getting along well. We wound up going out to dinner.
That's romantic.
You're in the romance zone.
Now you're how do you... All right, keep talking.
I'll tell you, because afterwards, at the end, we spent 10 hours together.
10 hours?
She winds up inviting me up to her apartment with her roommates there. Her roommates there. It wasn't a sex thing.
Okay, no, I'm not...
We're still with you.
You don't even have to say it's not.
No, I mean, I didn't think she was inviting me up for sex. Like, when you hear that, like, the end of the date, dude, she invited you up. But she knew her roommate would be there, so it was a safe place. And that's what I'm thinking, like, oh, okay, maybe this is the beach and stuff. But earlier she had said how much she loves the beach. She just loves going to the beach. She just likes the beach. It was like a fucking... I'm telling you, it was a friendship thing.
You're picking every little thing out as something negative towards you instead of, like, the roommate was there. Even though she invited me up, the roommate was there. So that meant, oh, the beach, it's very romantic, but even though she just likes the beach.
No, I know it sounds like I'm doing that, but what I'm really doing is looking at it realistically, because I was looking at the positives. Like, oh, my God, she wound up inviting me up. And then she spent 10 hours with me. But you know what? It really was just because she enjoyed hanging out. That was it. That was it.
Fucking weenie.
I'm a fucking...
You are a weenie.
A one-way ticket to Weeniesville. That's exactly where I live. Fucking what a wiener.
Next stop, Weenieville. Next stop, Weenieville. All off at Weenieville.
I have to drive an Oscar Mayer car. That's what I should pick her up in. God, am I an asshole? And I'll tell it's embarrassing. The fucking
say it.
This is how I know she wants to be friends. We hung a couple times, and again, she was starting school, so I knew she was going to be really busy, and she was, and I respect the fact that she was going to class, and just, it was hours, whatever. So I didn't see her like the last week I was there. But she knew I was going back, and she really didn't make any effort to get together and hang. And then, like, the final night, we're going to the rap party. So I'm like, hey, I called up. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to make this known that I like her. Because, again, I can't go back to New York wondering about this shit. So I call up. I'm like, do you want to, listen, I'm going to this rap party. I'm like, do you want to be my date for the rap party? It was kind of casual. Yeah. But she's like, I don't really feel like being around people and everything. I just.
Oh, boy. Ooh, ow. All right, that might have been a good...
That was the indicator.
So you used the word date.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Absolutely.
And her excuse, real spur of the moment, was, I don't like being around people.
No, she's like, I don't really feel That really was that was exactly what I felt inside. But she's like, why don't you come by, we'll grab something to eat before you go, or she would have seen me after. But again, that friendship thing, no, I'm not,
yeah.
So no, I'm always right about that stuff. It's chilling
that blows.
How good I am at fucking that stuff.
And now, have you spoken with her since?
No, I'll probably never talk to her again.
Never talk to her
But not to be she's a nice girl. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't lead me on.
She did.
Nah, man,
she hurt my little Jimmy.
Dude, she did exactly what she should have done. I got called up to the majors. I was not even in like fucking, what's the one right before AAA? I was in fucking playing.
AA.
I was playing college baseball, and I got fucking called up to the Yankees because eight people ahead of me got hurt, and I get up to the plate. And I fucking swung at a pitch that bounced in the dirt, and the bat flew out of my hand. And that was strike.
That's your memory of the major leagues.
Dude, not only did I swing at a pitch in the dirt, I let the bat go. And then I'm still trying to convince myself that, you know what, man, fucking George was watching. He saw that I took a good cut at the ball.
Yeah, I got harsh.
I got nothing but a one-way trip back to college. To play baseball there, and I'll never play in the majors. And I don't deserve to play in the majors swinging like that. Jeter would have laid off the pitch. He would have let it go by. He would have showed patience, which would have made that pitcher come for him. But not me. Old fat tits swings at the ball in the dirt and throws the bat. So why should the pitcher put in any effort?
Oh, God, is that a sorry story?
Do you want to be my date for the rap party?
It's not like be my date for, the get-together of the trash collectors union that you're doing. This is a rap party for a series you're in.
On HBO.
Yeah.
Jimmy really liked this girl because he called me out of nowhere. I'm at my niece's birthday party. Jamie's little birthday party. She's like 6. Phone rings on this Friday night, Saturday night.
I knew I was finished.
He was asking me for advice and when did you know with Lindsay and all this stuff.
Oh, God, like Opie's in the tower. You're trying to be talked in. Keep your nose up. All right, a little more aileron, a left aileron. Flaps.
No, it was like Opie's in the bushes, and I'm like leaning my ear in.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like...
I forgot what you asked me, but you asked me a question, I gave you the answer, and you went, oh, really?
Yeah,
like you were so disappointed that my answer was such.
Yeah, but I had to because I'm so bad at that. Like I'm almost like I wanted to hear an answer that I hadn't or I wanted to hear something that went against what I told myself. But my batting average with knowing when women like me and when they don't is fucking chilling. How good it is. It's amazing. People are like, it's so negative.
It could be
but I'm not.
So chilling because you predetermine it before it actually plays out. That's why it's chilling. Oh, my record is great. This chick doesn't like me. You know why? Because you had it set in your head, and that's how it turned out.
Nah, because
I think a good record is almost more telling that it's your fault.
No, I know when they want to be friends. Like, I can just tell when they want to be friends. I made a mistake a few times, but I just knew. It was like, this is too good to be true. There's no way she's like enjoying the beach with me. She joked about it being romantic too.
Yeah.
But I just
joked about it being romantic.
And I know. I thought the same thing. I'm not.
Why did she say? Unless she said something like, "This would be romantic if I was with somebody except you."
Nah, it was just kind of just kidding about the situation. I just believe. I fucking.
Were you sitting on a blanket?
No, we didn't plan that. Who am I, Ricky Martin and his friends? No, we just, it was a spur of the moment thing. I'm sitting there in fucking my black jeans with my Doc Martens on the beach. But we were unprepared. We were just going and hanging out, and we went out to dinner. But it's body language. And the body language was getting better. Like, she was leaning in more and talking to me more. Like, you know, like little things like the arm touch. But she used to dance.
Wow,
so a
you
lot of times
really
ex-dancers
add
will...
everything up.
I
think you really misread it?
Everything up.
I kind of knew all along.
But you were hoping, I guess.
I was kind of hoping that like my instincts were wrong, but they're never wrong with
Hey,
that shit.
before we end the show, Mike from Tennessee, I'm going to forget
Wow.
this, so I want to go to this call real fast.
Heartbreaking. Oh, I love
Mikey.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, good idea for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It goes back to NEW. It's the Aztec Challenge. Jar, couple of bees, couple of balls.
Yes!
The bees.
For the Super Bowl on Thursday.
You're going to get bees
Let's
in
we'll get a beekeeper.
January.
We just need 2 lousy bees and 2 mayonnaise jars. We got the mayonnaise jars, obviously. We just need the bees.
And whoever gets stung first.
Well, that'll be part of the challenge, yes.
I like it.
We're bringing back the old bit. The old bee in a jar bit.
I like it. The bee in the jar.
And they got to sting just the scrotum. Like, you have to find a way to get your scrotum skin hanging in there. Like the fucking, like a lip flopping over.
Don's
skin.
Don's listening in Washington. Take that to the lawyers. We don't care how much paperwork they have to sign. These guys will take a bee sting to the junk.
That's right.
This Thursday during Super Bowl. All right. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. Take care, guys.
All right. It's Rick in Minnesota. Rick?
Yeah, you guys can do a betting thing where you can bet how many times they can take a mousetrap to the sack.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, you are useless, my friend. Useless.
Let's go to Bill in Jersey. Bill?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Real quick, you ever heard of fire ants?
Yes, fire ants hurt when they bite you.
I'm taking a couple of fire.
All right, can somebody please go down to Brazil and pick us up some?
We need fire ants and bees for Thursday's Super Bowl.
Well, how about roaches? You have to put your thing. You have to put your balls in a thing and let roaches crawl on them. I don't know if that would skeeve somebody, but that would skeeve me a lot.
Yeah, certainly would.
Ants, just regular ants. You don't need fire
Jimmy would
ants.
fall in love with the roach.
I really would.
It would dump him.
I would think it was romantic that the roach was. Maybe we can go to the beach or something. My fat neck.
Hey, let's thank 2020 for stopping by to film little Jimmy Norton today.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck using any of this shit
I
during the piece.
I won't put it to the boys.
2020. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
This concludes our podcast day. The Anthony Show. Grr.